Tide champion, the recently released Joe Higashi up against Hotaru and Aldoner. So we will see how that goes here. And yeah, we're already hitting red blow on -4, so we are very much primed and ready for SWC weekend.
100%. There's no pressing on negative, and you're going to be in for a world of hurt. But you can see, we were talking about earlier if we were going to see any Joe players. Luckily, I think Supergrenas is one of those players that still likes to represent. We talk about Muay Thai, very reminiscent of Preecha's play style, but there's just slight differences.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them is being that savage man stance that we might see a little bit of. But right now, we've just seen a lot of straight hits converting into some fairly good damage. But it's mainly been all Hotaru and Aldoner here to get things started. But you got hit by the okie doke. This game has a block button. Sometimes you just forget that while Joe's running under you. No conversion into a level 1, though. So Supergrenas giving Hotaru a little bit more chance to win and trying to play that fireball game. And we tried to do what Joe did to start things out with Super after -frames, but can't teach the person who's taught you.
I think he was trying to go for chip damage, but I don't think he was low enough for that necessarily to even work regardless. But hey, Aldoner still starting off on the right foot here, taking away the SPG now for Supergrenas. You got to do it the old-fashioned way, and this is the old-fashioned way. Just raw jump in over the fireball attempt, and I'm gonna make you pay. Just kidding, we're gonna drop it. But it doesn't matter. If you find a counter hit, you're going for a throw, but it's going to wind up whiffing, and you see buttons galore. I feel the counter hit is going to be stained on my screen. A lot of buttons being pressed right now. Aldoner just trying to find some openings.
It's an SNK game. We are going to be pressing. We are going to be matching. We want our opportunity. There's a big counter hit right there. The air-to-air going to work out in favor of the one glowing green, glowing yellow with the SPG. So the red blow going to get a whole lot of damage, but the DP to give Joe one last chance with Aldo once again with a very significant life advantage.
You see it again. Very similar position to that first round, but let's see if Aldoner can actually be able to close out this round, and he's going to be able to press through the string. And again, I think Supergrenas felt the pressure a little bit, was trying to get out of that situation, but only going to be met with death. Final round here, game number 1, and that's the best part about this whole ladder foot event. First to 3 every single match, so you're going to have a lot of jam-packed action tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And the action is all Higashi right now. Finally going to be able to convert into a super. Been saving it up for the big old SPG super. The hidden gear showing its face right here. And then trying to get the dive kick, but we remained disciplined in neutral. One more guess here for Hotaru, but we DP on out of there. Aldo, one more chance.
It's a very bleak chance, but it's still a chance nonetheless. Try to get a just defend, but he does able to get it with the cross-up at the risk of putting himself in overheat, but we're gonna have to see how Aldoner wants to make the approach. The cross-up finds a mark again, but he's not able to confirm anything after it. But hey, he's still in a great position. He's got access to a level 2 now. Just about. I'm surprised he's gonna wait it out. He's gonna bait out the double super ball. Super fireball. Oh my gosh, you got me slurring my words. Already starting off early, starting off hot. Now Aldoner got a really good spot. He's dangerously close to that guard cancel, or that guard crush, but alas, Supergrenas buttons is gonna be able to get himself out of trouble.
See, that's a tough spot for Aldoner to be in as well, because they knew that Supergrenas was throwing out that DP so much that they were respecting that, because they knew they would die if they did not bait it. So they gave Joe a lot of space, potentially for them to hang themselves with a DP, but Supergrenas just saying, nah, I know what you're looking for, and it gives them the chance to get out of the corner and get that last touch. But they're back into the corner, this time on the West Coast side of things, and Hotaru gets to run the gamut offensively. Oh, had a big hit, potentially could have taken the round, but not quite ready to convert.
I was gonna say, I think he's been doing that a lot, where he's been getting these little confirms, but not able to capitalize anything off it. But he's able to the roll into wake up DP is crazy work. But hey, it's the Hotaru way, and right now he's got a really good way to be able to close out this round. And again, the throw should be enough to do it. Aldoner looking really solid right now against Supergrenas' Higashi.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when they have been on the back foot against Joe, they never really feel out of it. I think most of the matches they have found themselves with the advantage. It's just because they've been able to play the Hotaru game very well, and what I mean by that is they're controlling the pace so well, but usually when Joe's able to make up round, and errors like that. We were talking about how the straight hits weren't adding up. Had a chance right there, and unfortunately a very costly drop on the DP. Going to give Joe a whole lot of room to get some damage, but that was a very key rev blow to put Joe out of SPG.
Yikes. Yeah, good bait right there. Supergrenas was putting the pressure on him, put him in a really disadvantageous position, but again, the bait is all that's needed. Level 1, just make sure he gets the kill. Super Fireball Hurricane. I don't know. Hey, you know what? All tied up here. Second game.
Hurricane uppercut to reach for this guys, and you reach for the W in your win column. Had the back jump away from the Savage Man stance command grab, but covered just a bit in time for the dive kick to just be blocked. But still, all the damage in Hotaru's favor right here. Going to be able to capitalize. We'll get the forward throw to get on out of there. Big jump to reverse positions as well. So now we can start to really make ourselves... Oh, but Hotaru right back at you.
Yeah, I was just about to say, at that point, he's just going to start pressing the string, put him in that vortex, because at that point, it's going to put him in overheat situations. Now he's got to make sure he's playing the offense here, not playing too aggressive. Nice counter it out of the sky, and he's able to get the confirm as well. Level 1. This is a great spot right now. Supergrenas in the corner. He's going to try to fight his way out. He's still got 2 sticks of butter, but alas, it's the final round, so one hit could be all that's needed. Ooh, he tried to press out of there, and he pressed another DP. He's got access to level 2. He's going to drop it, though. Oh, no. Big bait right there. Supergrenas put on the rope, but not able to kill it once again, but he got him with the cross-up to close out game number 2. And you said it, Aldoner is so close every single round, but not able to close out the set.
Get ready.
Yeah, it was kind of a situation where, kind of similar to in that first game, but in a different way. It felt like once they got that lead and they were in overheat, and I get overheat is a really tough spot to be in for a lot of people. It felt like they were playing not to lose versus playing to win, giving Supergrenas a large amount of respect and space to be able to get into position to get that hit to close things out. But again, we're in a good spot getting Joe out of SPG, but Supergrenas is being able to find the right spots to pick and prod at Hotaru. But still, it's pretty even.
Yeah, it is very back and forth, so it's definitely not one-sided in the slightest. I can definitely see the vision that Aldoner's going for, but yeah, I think it's going to be super important to like know when to press. Like when Supergrenas gets low, you're not going to, you know, catch any of these random DPs, but you know, in the neutral, like right now, I think now's the perfect time to throw it out. Alas, you're not going to be able to get an opportunity to throw it out, but hey, level 1. Hurricane upper, not gonna be enough to kill. When he caught him with the cross up, he read the backdash. I think that was a full-on read from Supergrenas. What a call out.
Get ready.
Yeah, it worked out to close the round in the previous game as well, so why not just dip right back into the well? And added coverage, like you said, on that backdash. Pretty long reaching arc on that kick. Sort of similar to Preecha's, the protege of Muay Thai, but from the good old game of the Grandmaster themselves and Joe, sometimes works out a little bit better, and we're working out some pretty good offense right now.
Oh my gosh, it's just nothing but buns right now. Put himself in a cross-up situation. He got the jump over, he got the wild punish on the throw attempt, but he's not able to capitalize on anything again. So we're gonna see, putting himself in an advantageous position to the corner. Grenas trying to jump out, gets the trade, so definitely better than just catching the raw button. Tiger, upper, knee, and again, he baits it out. He just knows exactly when he's gonna try to go for these DP situations. Level 2, just to make sure he goes to the kill. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Supergrenas, a 3-0 victory. Aldoner, close, but no cigar.
Yeah, especially in those situations where it felt like Aldoner knew that the game was getting away from them.
Definitely taking care of us, putting the good show on. As you can see, next match here, first of 3 actions still. Lumpy with the Terry Bogart and Diez with the Hotaru. Let's go.
Oh, big old 5D look like a stop sign, but we just still run up. Green means go. We just gonna get the throw. Big damage on tap as well. Rev blow ender as well. Get the hard knockdown. Yeah, you're just dead. You're just dead. Oh no.
Basically. Yeah, it's all good. It was basically dead. I mean, you had to climb a major hill, and I think Diez was not in a position to try to go for a wake-up DP regardless anyways, but alas, Lumpy, you know, living up to the name, trying to deliver his own lumps right now in the match, and with a counter hit, this is a great start. You can see him just going for the tech roll is not going to phase him to the slides. He is still pressing buttons, dashing in, chasing his fireball, but either way, he's going to catch him in the air, and buttons galore, level 1 as well. Just to keep the pressure going. Boom, bang, boom. One more mix again. And he's going to catch him with the overhead. And going to close out game number 1 with a perfect.
The neutral was just absolutely affirmative, and from the word go, pretty much knew what Diez was gonna do before they even did it. The EX crack shoot to catch Fireball from Hotaru, and we were talking about the EX Power Wave Fireball recovery. Hotaru does not have a lot of recovery on her Fireball, so usually if you see the Fireball and then you jump, it's over. So Lumpy already having the good reach in neutral by using their own Fireball and then the counter Fireball game, but here we go. Hotaru getting started this time around.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those. I don't think the power can get reflected by Hotaru, right?
I believe it can. I believe it can.
Oh, you should have done it right there, Diez. You would have helped answer that question. Now you're leaving me guessing. Right? Oh man, speaking of guessing, you got to guess for your life again. Tech rolls out, and you're talking about neutral. There's no neutral happening on my screen right now. It's just Lumpy pressing buttons. We saw a fight at the start of the round, and he is definitely doing exactly as he's told. He says fight, and he says, yes, master, I will go for the kill. Oh, out of the air, 1 HP, Diez, bang, baby! That was a big guess, a big call right there, because he was 1 HP. If he had been able to block that right there, he'd been able to get a retaliation, but he had level 1 accessible as well.
Yeah, no rev guard, and the fact that they had overheat, so just going for that chip out. Pretty good stuff there from Lumpy, just saying, hey, you're just gonna mind your manners. Once again, mind that Fireball as well, getting that crack shoot, not the EX, so we don't get a combo, but still showcasing the anti-zoning properties of their counter strategy. But DP, we're just mashing our wake up. My goodness gracious, we do not want to block. We want to make sure that we are playing the game.
There's still no blocking! Unreal! That was a quick round. I felt like Diez had some signs of life. But Lumpy, 2 dominant games already, man. This man, Diez got to find a way to slow down the gameplay. I mean, all jokes aside, Lumpy is really playing aggressive, and it's working out in his favor, right? He's not giving him any type of opportunity to get anything started.
Yeah, because the tough thing for Terry against Hotaru is that Hotaru's just really good at slowing the pace down, so it's really up to Lumpy and Terry players in this matchup to be able to take over the game speed as quick as possible, and that's how Lumpy has been able to get their licks in so far as we get the jump in on the Fireball. But yeah, just being able to assert yourself as quick and as often as possible goes a long way, and now you're just putting them into these knockdown situations, being able to keep your pressure up so that Diez can't slow the game down with that Fireball.
Okay. There you go. EX versus the power through, run up throw. Oh, and he caught it with the cross up, man. He got so lucky he didn't wake up with a super or something like that, because I definitely thought a wake up super was in his cards, but alas, probably got crossed up anyways. But Diez finally, it feels like that's his first round of the entire set, just to kind of get something on the board.
All you need to do is see one go in sometimes. And I do like what they're doing up against the EX Power Wave from Diez, I mean. Being able to jump over and then retreat with the dive kick away so that they don't run into a possible anti-air power dunk. But right now, you're still putting yourself in the corner. When you jump on out of there, couldn't quite get the DP break extension, but nice 2-hit confirm into the hidden gear.
All right, I like it. Take away Lumpy's SPG, do quite a big chunk of his life now, and now he put himself into a one-guess situation, and he's gonna be able to rev dash after it. He's gotta play a little bit more defensive, try to get the JD, but just barely mistimed it just because he went for the slow Fireball this time. And that's what I was talking about. Diez just really doing a great job at slowing the pace, slowing the momentum down to almost a screeching halt, and now getting a game on the board after a dominant 2 games from Lumpy.
Let's see what the difference is going to be this time. Can we keep up that pace control that we had in that game 3? Right now, since you have that early health advantage, you are a lot more, you're in a better position to be able to slow that pace down and make it so that Lumpy has to find the way in versus you having to make up a difference yourself. And right now, we're just staying in the face of Terry, but take a shoulder right to the face, the shoulder check in the wake up DDP.
Oh! Yeah, say his recovery is real quick on that. So you have to know it's gonna whiff right there. But man, look at that! All of a sudden, Diez bringing it back. One more round away, and he'll be able to tie things up. Lumpy starting to find some struggles here with pressing buttons. But hey, you know what? He said, "Oh yeah, I forgot. It's always my turn when I'm playing the Boga." Oh god. You see right now, he's trying to find a connection. Rev blow being used. He still has access to SPG. He's got quite a bit of life left as well of it, so he's going to be able to use it a couple more times. Definitely trying to eliminate any chance for Diez to use it. You see a pixel left of it, so green is still on the table. Oh!
Oh man, the wild punish once again using that crack shoot to get over the fireball. Big counter hit as well. Now that Hotaru's in SPG, we could use a little bit of red blow action to win some neutral, but it's gonna run out pretty soon, much like it did for Lumpy. We're gonna see how we close base. EX Power Wave once again going for that retreating dive kick, but you're giving yourself a lot of spot in the corner.
No way! Yep, it was one thing you just keep backdashing, and there's only so far you can go before you met with the wall. Set point here for Lumpy, but Diez can definitely try to tie things up right now. He's just got a little bit more to go. You see Rev, he doesn't want to get crossed up right there, and that's a good call. I like being able to use Rev Blow on that defense, or the Rev guard for the defense. So, see how he's trying to eliminate the SPG from Lumpy. I think, oh man, he messed up the JD, got caught on the counter, he was trying to go for a hyper defense, but he's going to wake up level 2, he's going to try to go for a crossover, it ain't going to work on me. And now Diez got to try to bring it all back here without access to the SPG. Oh, just kidding, he has a little bit left. Is it a little enough?
Oh no, we're gonna use it in the form of a hidden gear. Right back at you with the wake up super. Gonna take Terry out of it as well. So no red blow for them unless they do a lot of JDing, but we're gonna exercise our right to glow green right here. Looking to glow yellow with the command grab, but Lumpy just backing slowly away so they don't get caught by it. Now we're back to the neutral phase, but again, it's a so Hotaru favor because you're able to slow the game down. And now we're at game of 5 with Hotaru making it a set between the two.
Oh man, that was such a good call. You know, I was asking at the beginning of the set if you can reflect the power waves, but guess what? You can, and he did it the perfect time because it really caught him off guard. He was totally ready to just do a feint cancel and just maybe try to chase down another potential power wave. You can see again, it just the same exact situation how he closed out that last round. He did it again. If you wanted a replay, you got it. Bang!
Taking a bunch of our advancing skills to slowly close the distance in on Hotaru. Got the meaty stand D to link into the light confirm. Right back at you with the power dunk. You're just doing DP back and forth, baby.
What's the difference? Just wake up DP is always the answer. You're looking at the best of the best. Duke it out right here. Level 1. Wants to put the hands on the chest. Not enough to kill, but another mix-up. He goes for the jumping. Rev guard him. Dead. Oh, and power wave not gonna work, son. Now Diez in the lead officially in this set, and now on set point. One more round to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, that's scrambly pace right there. The sweep was a little bit too awkward for Hotaru to potentially get a sweep punish, or maybe Lumpy just didn't believe that she could, so was trying to see if they could catch him with a sneaky level 1, but Diez remaining disciplined defensively in the face of all of the scrambly action prior to that. But we're gonna get a big combo here. Big both in damage and big in situation because Lumpy now has no access to SPG the rest of the round, whereas Diez sitting very comfortably with both beater and resources otherwise.
Okay. Red guard doesn't want to get crossed up again, but he's actually going to get mixed up by the air Rev blow. He's been jumping and doing the regular, jumping D's the entire time. So now, when he actually mixed it up with the Rev, I think he was ready to go for a JD in that moment, and the little extra delay.
50-50 machine, but on the other end, a newcomer from Street Fighter in Ken Master is going to be piloted by Schmoo versus Black Spider.
Yeah, who's your favorite FatalFury character? Oh, it's Ken Master. Oh my gosh. Big damage already for Black Spider. Doesn't he need SPG and still able to get the big combo link right here? He's just going to do it again. He missed it the first time. Oh, you're about to see it one more time. Oh, what the hell? Didn't get the extension off the big, meaty, standing D, but either way, Schmoo is going to take advantage of that and going to try to get his way in, but not for too long because Black Spider able to help secure that round. Flex on him.
Round 2.
Yeah, that DP was a little bit funky too. I thought that was going to be the invincible one in the light DP, but that was the heavy one, so they tried to push after that. There's the light one. Couldn't quite get a big punish on it because they were still in the air. So we get to land right here. Oh yeah, we're not waiting for these punishes though, because I think both of them are a little bit unsure of what version that they're using. because they're pressing it a little bit early. But either way, we're just still swinging, so we're not blocking. And unfortunately, that's going to work out for Margot's favor. I would say they didn't drop it, but they're still in a really good spot. Shotoken, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you just whiff and go straight into level 1, bait out the retaliation from your opponent. It gets him every time, especially if you're not in a range where you can actually punish. You got to be real conscious about when you're going to try to press those buttons. And Black Spider, one of those veterans of Marco, so definitely somebody you got to look out for. They're both pretty early on in the actual ladder formats themselves. They only got 2 or 3 matches respectively, so both need these wins here. But I try to tell people you got to get as many matches as you can within those 2 hours. You can still make it. Even if you lose 3, you can still wind up making it into top 8. So never give up. And right now, Schmoo is definitely living up to that motto, because big Shroyu Repa trying to find an opening, but he's met with the Rev Blow just in time. Black Spider, first time he's got access to SPG, and you know damn well he got to use it.
Yep, Rev Blow Ender, get the hard knockdown as well. Not gonna go into the close quarters 50-50, but just gonna retreat and then go right back in, baby. Black Spider 88 with some pretty good offense right there. A little bit unconventional, but still effective all the same. Trying to use a DP for the anti-air attempt. Nothing's doing though. Good jump arc there from Schmoo and Ken, and that's gonna be a big amount of damage right there. But unfortunately, what you did is gave Margot access to his win condition and gave him that SPG, and now you don't have it because of the red line super.
Yeah, I think it was mostly, I think Black Spider was intentional. He's like, I'm gonna take some damage just to get myself an SPG range. Perhaps a little too much damage. Schmoo back, putting him into the corner, but now puts himself to overheat, but he actually baits out the DP, drops the combo, could have got the kill, but he's just gonna do the invincible super. Good call right there. Tying it up, 1 round apiece here the second game. It was looking a little dicey towards the end of that round, but Schmoo was able to, you know, recompose himself and take control of that round.
Classic anti-air from Ken, that we've seen in pretty much every game that he's been in with the DP, but now Black Spider is fighting back, still a little bit outside of that plus ratio. SPG gonna get put right back in it though. Big hit from Ken, and yep, here we go, looking for that guard cancel. Rev Blow not quite ready to respond with our own Rev Blow. Yeah, here we go. This is what the Black Spider's been doing this whole time, just scaring Ken to do anything after these safe minus frames, so we can just keep it going, keep up the offense, and keep that rev gauge cranked up. But while you're not taking your turn back, you're giving Marco free reign on offense, and now he's able to cash out. Big damage here with the hidden gear. That's gonna be it.
KO, baby, all in control. It was crazy. I just, again, there's a lot of whiffs happening right there. I think Schmoo was definitely getting comfortable. He's got a couple of the confirms with the Jinryu kicks, but not able to actually get him out of that SPG territory, which I think not only Black Spider, but a lot of Marco players really strive, and they really start to shine when they can kind of throw out these crazy accessible moves only in the SPG range. So Schmoo is definitely gonna have to try to find a way to kind of chip him down just before he gets an SPG, and then do a big combo that like this. Now another big move. Yes. Oh yeah. Throw loops. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, until you're met with the oh yeah. I'm getting a feel like an air Rev Blow incoming. Yep.
Oh, we were right out of the range of the last couple of hits from that Rev Blow, so we were able to get the counter hit on the end of it with the crouching heavy kick. So very interesting right there, just being pushed out just so we could get that counter hit. And with these DP punches, I want to see Schmoo sort of get the recognition on the DP version so we can get much more meteor hits on Marco when he lands back to the ground, because we're letting the trigger fly just a little bit too early and giving Marco a little bit more of a lease on life than you can otherwise afford to. And right now he's making sure that you pay that lease in full. Black Spider deleting the health bar of Ken as quickly as it came back in the second round.
Yeah, he's making sure he's paying him back with interest, man, because that was a costly Shinryu kicks, but again, not able to find too much success. Schmoo just trying to fight his way out. He's going to do it the old-fashioned way, the counter hit style. Level 1, yep, just going to do it, take him to the wall. Definitely in a good position right now, but now he's got to find a way to keep control. Good throw, Luke, just count him out the SPG. He's not going to find its mark, but he's going to do a Rev Blow right back. Now no more Horus for you. And Schmoo, with the right answer, might be able to take this round. He's going to do it with the buttons. Yeah, he caught him off the plus frames. He thought he was going to play a little bit slower since he was getting dangerously close to the overheat, but alas, I can win with buttons. And game number 3 going to Schmoo. He needs to keep that momentum going. I think he's starting to play. He's starting to understand how to, you know, dissect the Marco a little bit, and it's working right now. He's got to do it one more time though. And you know, at this point, Zoma, you know, we've been commentating a while now. I'm feeling like another reverse sweep is on the rise.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's meeting fire with fire here in terms of being able to maintain that offense, just basically cutting off Marco at the pass, keeping up the advantage so they don't have any room to get going on their end. And yeah, you want to deny that rev blow, but you got the guard cancel rev blow right back. Schmoo not necessarily structuring their offense in a time, but right here going to get the big punish on the cross-up attempt and link into the unique cancel. Going to be able to go DP level 1 or level 2, not level 1, level 1 into the finish. Schmoo, good stuff.
Yeah, you're mixing up. That's a level 2 in Street Fighter, bro.
yeah. I got boomer check. My
You
bad.
got mixed right now. Oh man, right now Black Spider trying to mix him on the approach. And again, it's one of those things. He knows how to really use SPG. So Schmoo got to try to do it the old-fashioned way, and this is a great option. He's gonna be able to help punish him. But I feel like Black Spider just does this on purpose. So you're gonna press or not. Either way. Whoa, no, he dropped the link, but he's gonna interrupt there. That's crazy. Buttons galore. The access to level 2. Not Schmoo, I meant Black Spider. But Schmoo gonna use his level 1. Oh, just gonna raw buttons. Is he gonna use it though? Oh!
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
if
the whip! No way! Dude,
Game
Zoma,
5.
that whipped, and I can't believe it. He was going for the throw break, and he actually got lucky there, because he was definitely trying to throw break in that scenario, but actually got the throw himself. The last minute vulnerability frames on the wake up was enough to help secure him that round, and bringing it back, final game here. I told you, man, it's going to be a giga banger. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Big bang on deck right here from the word go. Some explosive damage right there to open things up, but still keeping Ken in that SPG territory. Great DP on the gap there from the Ken offense. Right back at you with the DPs. And yeah, we're just going, we're reversaling for reversaling, an eye for an eye. Hammurabi's code, but it's only the code of Kyokugen Karate that is really being spoken through these walls and these halls. And Marco Rodriguez is on a set point.
All right, Schmoo, you got the vision. You got to slow it down just a tad bit. You're getting the right answers, getting the right reads, but I think Black Spider is purposely using these moves to kind of close that distance and make it a little bit tougher to get these level 1s to connect. But hey, he still has an opening here. Still has the potential to bring this back. SPG now, time for both these characters. I'm gonna feel a little coming out here for Black Spider once again. Just in case he missed the first time. Level 1, he baited it out. Oh my gosh, not like this. Schmoo, slow it down, man. Jinryu, he's not gonna be able to interrupt this time. Level 1. Not gonna kill. Oh, he's gonna try to chip him down in the low. What a call. Final round. Let's see if Schmoo can bring this back here, or Black Spider's gonna seal the deal.
Oh, the wild punish on the air-to-air hit right there on the recovery of the DB. That's crazy. Getting some good damage right here as well. But again, you're putting Marco into that SPG range, so got to be wary of the rev blow that's going to come out right here.
No.
Oh, no, the DB, but we recover in time to use the rev blow.
Oh, no. Dude, how does Black Spider do this? He knows exactly when he's going to get the whip. Into the level 2. Oh no, Schmoo in a really bad spot now. He's got terrible positioning. He's got the life deficit, no SPG. He's got a big hill to climb. Don't wake up DP, man, I beg of you.
And you just went in like that, man. Okay, I understand you would have been plus by canceling into something else, but man, the gumption just to be right in the face, the shotgun and the quick punch. And right back in there is Marco just slamming the door on the reverse sweep. Gonna take it in game 5 in classic Marco. You want it? Oh, no, it's Dong. It's Dong won.
Wow. I was gonna say you're wrong altogether. The Dong won. It's mostly we don't see Dong like ever, so I definitely like forget he's a character in the game until somebody actually picks him. He's got the shower, he's twirling the thing around, and he's gonna bait out the DP. And speaking of twirling, Dong getting twirled in the combo, rev reaction. I can see green, baby, and that means money time. big combo extension, not going to be able to kill because it puts him in overheat, but alas, he doesn't need to use a meter. He's got such a comfortable life lead. He is totally comfortable with just doing that jumping wild punish. Clone taking that first round here, but alas, it's a single step in his long first to 3 journey. First to 3 the entire night.
Yeah, but once again, using that red flow defensively perfectly. Having it out on the onset is so key for Billy, especially as a character that does not have a meterless DP. Has to rely on the red flow or the level 1 super for any sort of iframes defensively. All missing it on the link, but just only a throw punish that could have been such a big damage opportunity for Kim and Arlo, but Clone gonna be able to get out of dodge there. But right there, high evade into the EX. Could put yourself in overheat, no link into a super. Just gonna walk right up with the close C, but nice DP there from Arlo.
Okay, not gonna kill. He's gonna just jump in. He can't block any damage. He's gotta go in here. 1 chip is all that he needs. He's gonna be able to get a wild punish on both of the interactions into a level 1. This is great. Wake up. Invulnerability. Yeah, that's too good call, because that's also a checkmate situation. You can't do a jump in, you can't go for a cross up. You gotta just wait it out, and alas, Clone knew exactly how to be able to close out that round. He was 1 HP, wasn't able to recover anything since he was in overheat. Great textbook finish right there.
Round 1.
Yeah, tough from Arlo too, because there were definitely a couple of moments where they could have fully maximized the damage on interaction, both on the well, especially at the end there, where they had the pogo into the advancing move and they couldn't quite get the full punish on there. That otherwise would have killed Billy. So you let Clone live a little bit longer than you should have. And this is somebody who's gonna make you pay for it as well, because look at how much damage that he can do to you just from the word go.
Yeah, when you're dealing with Billy, especially strong Billy players, you're going to pay with interest. So you got to make sure you're finding your openings and optimizing. If you don't, they're definitely going to make you pay. You see right here, 1 little anti-air is all that's needed. Baits it out, and just like that, another round going to Clone. It feels like Arlo gets him in an overheat situation. He starts to get the offense, and then immediately met with the slam door from Clone. Just immediately retaliating with some big defensive options as well as the interrupts. See how he feels with it again. Another opportunity in SPG, because these combos from Clone right now are going to take a big chunk of your life, and here goes the remaining life. Oh, drops it actually. I jinxed it. Commentator's curse. Strikes again.
Got the DP though. If it doesn't work, we're gonna go right back into that well, see if it works the second time. Gonna be able to dive kick on in there. That's one way that you can use your unique movement up against Billy, who can shut you down from so many different ways. Trying to go for the anti-air super, just swipes a little bit too low to the ground. Went for the reversal super, but Clone once again ready for you, trying to get out of dodge. 2-0 for Billy Khan.
See, again, that is the exact same situation as last time, or last game, where he feels like he starts to get some momentum, he puts him in overheat once again, and alas, he's met only with the defense, the cane. He's got to be able to pick apart his defense just a little bit better in order to find some more openings. It's not over. It's definitely not joking, especially with Zome on the mic here, everybody. I just know a reverse sweep is on its way.
Yeah, it's tough sledding though for Arlo though, because it feels like there's just a lot of different things that they're not quite ready for when they're playing this matchup. Again, it's not a fun matchup for Dongwon by any means, because especially when Clone's been able to get these early advantages, he can shut down a lot of the ways that Kim wants to get in, because he has to get in. He has no fireball. He has not a lot of different ranges that he can be effective at. So that's going to be a very tough sled for them to climb, especially when Clone's able to keep getting these hits. Going to keep adding up, and that could be the round right here if they link into the level 1 proper. Nah, they're just going to keep it very frugal, run up into the throw, save that meter for a rainy day, and that's going to be the next round for Billy. Set point.
Yep, same thing. He was just like, you know what? I don't need to spend level. I can just go kill him with the regular neutral. Go again. This is better. I like the DP usage at the beginning rather than waiting to the end. I think it looks a little desperate, but now maybe some more educated options just to kind of push himself out. Definitely the call. You can see, again, just letting him just burn meter a ton. And now you see 85%. I mean, it's going to use the level 1, chunk it down a bit, but dangerously high. And that big drop off the DP is definitely going to be costly for Arlo right there. Clone putting him into the corner, has access to level 2 as well, just to kind of add salt to the wound. How about a level 1 instead?
Yeah, very lucky that they were in an SPG. Otherwise, that was 100% a hidden gear. But we reset into the crouching light kick. Is going to link into the super. Got a little bit of neutering done in terms of his conversion ability, but still only needed a couple of hits to be able to confirm into the super. That takes the set 3-0. Clean sweep for the staff wielder, Billy Khan.
Players, they're both sitting at 4-0. This is going to be a nice match here. Let's see if Psych can take it with another Billy Kane on your screen against Supergrenas in the Joe Higashi.
Interestingly enough, sticking with the Joe, even though that these are 2-4-0 competitors sticking or throwing bows at each other. Not going to go into the Preecha well, but just going to keep it with the other Muay Thai champion. But right here, the very comfortable Billy Khan, all black clad right now. We're making Joe see black and blue right now. That health bar is draining, but we're fighting back right here. Good link, and the anti-air super from Billy going to shut it down altogether, however.
All right, all right. I like it when I'm seeing. I like when I'm seeing it start. It's got a lot more for that, for this entire set. Again, first to 3 the whole night. So let's go. Oh, he's ready. He's gonna be twirling out there. Slowing the pace down.
We're out the hurricane upper. I dare you. Build me some meter, why don't you, old man? I know that you got those frames. Can't you see that I'm waiting for you to give me some resources? But we're gonna spend a little bit of that rev gauge right here to get the big hit to take you out of that SPG. Anti-air 2B as well. Like I said, they've nerfed the conversion ability, but it's still very good in that trip guard capacity and can still link into some huge damage. And that damage is gonna add up to a big interaction that leads into the next interaction being a lethal one. A perfect game for Psych.
Man, almost a 30-second perfect. That's what I was talking about. Do you want to talk about, you know, slowing the pace down a ton? I think Psych just did a phenomenal job at that. Because it's like, you know what? You want to sit full screen. You don't have the projectiles. You know, oh, nice high counter right there. Again, perfectly defensive options from Psych. But again, you know, Joe doesn't really have great full screen options. He really has to kind of, you know, close the distance down to like a 1 or 2 at the most, just so you can make sure you find an actual confirm off of that.
Next right here, going to go for the rev blow. A couple of them, a grounded one as well, just to get some advantage up against Billy. Want to make sure that we close the distance as quickly as possible with our rev blow while we still have it. Don't have it anymore, however, so we got to use the DP to anti-air on the JC, but Psych still sitting pretty comfortably, just waiting in and out. But these anti-air DPs have done really good work for Joe and Supergrenas.
And now Supergrenas is the one playing defensive, letting Psych kind of hang himself with that. And again, a lot of tiger knees happening right now. And again, the perfect range. I think you just need to stand just a little bit off of range 0. And I think that's where Joe really starts to strive. That first round of the second game, Supergrenas, you know, slowed the pacing down a ton, letting Psych kind of be the aggressor here. And it's definitely paying off. He's going to spend some more meters. He's going to dash it. But met with a level 1.
Hang on in there. Went for the throw, but just went for a full jump instead of a hop, so we couldn't quite get the punish that we needed on there. So tough sledding there for Supergrenas, but still has the health advantage. Ever so slight, but still has access to that SPG, which we're going to use right there, canceling our knee into the rev blow. But good use once again of the reversal level 1. Psych being very good about when they're selective, being active defensively.
Okay. I think right now he's just trying to get him into SPG, let him do another rev blow, because a ton of the rev blows that Psych's been going for kind of, you know, put him actually on the whiff side of things. Nice JD the entire thing. Good chunk of life back, so definitely paying off. He's liking the JD's defense, but air rev blow just in the nick of time. Big damage, not able to confirm anything out. He's dangerously close to overheat though, so. Oh, spoken into existence! Beat him out to it. And that last SPG is the last thing you're ever going to use, because it looks like Supergrenas is going to use the full meter, put himself in the burnout, but one more mix should be enough to get the kill. The throw tech, just in the nick of time. 10 seconds left. Super is not going to be enough to kill him right there. He's going to be able to get the punish and get the game all tied up 1-1. I like it. I like it. We are back and forth action right now.
Oh, I really did love that adjustment from Supergrenas. It seemed like the adjustment was in the favor of Psych because those JCs were getting stuffed by that DP. So once we had access to that air rev low, we shut down the DP and got a huge chunk of damage. But right back at you is going to be able to go to that grounded approach, go into that well, and then capture the defensive habits of Psych once they had access to that level 1. Got the bait at the end of the day to clinch game 2. But once again, Psych being able to get first blood drawn from Joe. And now the early advantage can do some big numbers. That's why Supergrenas is trying to be as offensive as possible.
Ooh.
And yeah, again, adjustment, knowing that that air rev flow was how they answered the air-to-air DP. Counter rev flow grounded. Supergrenas, the adjustments are just so key here.
Oh my gosh, dude, you make a move, I make a move right back. It's just going back and forth right now. Supergrenas could definitely be able to close this out. Target, he's not gonna be enough to kill, but he's actually gonna go for a cross-up situation. And what you swinging at? Nothing but the air. Man, good call out from Supergrenas. And now back in the lead. But again, I feel like Psych is right behind him. So he's just gonna keep doing that. Build up some meter right there. You cannot let him do that. And at some point, you gotta go in. Now they're going back and forth. The Psych kind of in a bad position. You see, you know, again, Supergrenas, I think he's in the perfect position right there. He's not too far away where he can't get the win punish, but at the same time, you got to be able to hit the defensive options and not going to be able to hit the defense in time, getting caught by the level 1, and now he might be able to get a couple JDs, and that's good. Never mind. No longer has SPG on the table, and another high counter. He's ready for it. Locked and loaded. Got to be careful. Almost to the overheat.
Force him right there on block pressure. EX moves, crank up that guard gate, get the overheat going. Be very wary of that level 1 on wake up though, but still gonna go into that 2C. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of respect being played to that level 1, but still gonna be able to stay in an effective range, being able to swing that 2C and getting the big counter hit into the big win to get first advantage in the set. Count 2-1 after dropping game 1. Supergrenas and the Joe looking primed to continue that undefeated streak.
I don't know if I like the SPG in the middle here for Psych, because I feel like the way he's been playing Billy and the way he's been, you know, playing the offense, I feel like either using it at the beginning or the end is going to be more beneficial to him, because I feel like, you know, every single time he actually does get into the SPG range, he's already in overheat, so he never has the opportunity to actually use it. I'm just speaking into it again, bro.
Chance to use it. Going to be able to call out the Savage Man stance right there, getting a big wild punish hit. Still keeping good position on the screen, though, slowly putting Joe into the right corner while extending out these hitboxes with the 2-1-4, 2-3-6, and the far C. Supergrenas slowly lurching themselves out of there. No red blow to help them do it though. So they need a big jump in. Couldn't quite get the hit on the wild punish, but you're in his face, but denying any more close contact with the level 1 super. Going right back into that well.
Hey, you know what? That's definitely paying off right there. He didn't even have to use SPG. He just played a lot of that perfect range with the Billy Kane and just kind of let him, you know, jump into my fireballs every single time. And again, he's just going to go back to doing it. Build up some meter. Supergrenas definitely play a lot more patient. I don't think he minds this. He's not going to try to do anything that's going to be too disadvantageous. He still has access to SPG, and he's going to use it. Oh, boy. Go ahead. He's trying to jump away. Oh, he got a call on another level 1. Still has access to a little bit of SPG. You smell a rev blow coming. There it is, and the perfect dash back. He was so ready for it. Supergrenas throwing him as well. Oh, and another little hop, but he's not able to get the link off of it. That was a big miss right there. Hopefully it doesn't go back to cost him. Psych. Second chance at life here in this round.
Looking for any straight hit that they can get into that level 1 that they can, but Supergrenas just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna remain disciplined defensively. Look, got that hurricane upper. Oh, but the discipline out the window. Thought they would press, so they DP'd. Got the big counter hit, but wasn't quite ready. But Supergrenas just ready with the level 1, just chancing it, saying, hey, I don't know if the combo that you get in overheat into the level 1 would be enough to kill, so I'm willing to take that risk. And that risk paying off right there, so Supergrenas at set point here.
Uh-oh, perfect defense. Yikes, that's gonna be a big miss right there. But I mean, hey, you know what? If I'm gonna make a mistake, I'd rather do it early when my SPG is in the middle, because now you actually have access to it. Uh-oh. Not able to get level in here. Throw loop. Gotta be careful. Gotta do something down this corner. He's trying to go for another throw, but it's not gonna work this time. Got caught with the overhead. He's gotta spend big here. Not big enough to be able to take SPG away from Supergrenas. He's going to play a little bit slower, rev low, just to kind of give himself some breathing room. Again, with that set point on the line, he's got tons of meter. He's got no fear right now. No need to risk anything big. Just go for the defensive options. You can see he goes to the dash back, and you can play range all you want, Psych. But at the end of the day, I'm the master of the defense. And Supergrenas taking the set 3-1. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Going up in the standings here, 5-0 now.
Yep, Fearless is the stance, and Fearless is the heart of the competitor Supergrenas. The latter portion shakes out as we get to Suzaku Castle. Neither of these people are from around here, but they're still very much at home in Southtown. Hokutomaru versus the Black Spider and Marco.
All right, and this time I was expecting to see Johnny's Ken Masters, but it looks like he wants to pull out the big guns with the Hokutomaru. And as well as one of those players that I'm like, you know, I was concerned what they're gonna play going into like this weekend or even tonight. And it looks like and the reaction put that horror away from me. Man, he's still ready for it. I think the Hokutomaru is ready, man. This might be the character. I know the Ken. I'm biased towards Ken. But I think Hokutomaru is definitely the pick.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's very interesting as well because even when Marco was at their best, Hoku was a character that was kind of tough for them to deal with because you think of the overwhelming offense, but the other two phases that you got to play at, Hoku can really get advantage very easily. Putting Marco on the back foot, there's so many different ways for Hoku to structure their pressure to keep Marco guessing, even with the DP and the counter in his hands. But even in neutral right here, it's so hard for Marco to pin them down, like Johnny's been able to showcase here. But Black Spider now being able to get that first hit, and once you get in there, that's what you get to do, man.
Hey, when Marco's on the screen, there is no neutral. It is offense or getting hit. That is all that is left. You can see right now, Black Spider, good call on the overhead. Knew he was going to try to go for the defensive low option. Again, you crouch, you die when you're playing against Marco. 2 sticks of butter here for Black Spider. Let's see if he's going to try to use it. And now he's in SPG range and immediately going for the optimized combo here. Throw loops. Takes him out of the corner, but alas, I feel like another throw could be on the way. Cancel it early, not gonna hit him with the horror, but he picks out the jump.
Oh, baby. Yeah, we're never a minus around here. I have a minus just DPing after my quote-unquote minus frame. But here we go here. Met with the level 1 super. Got a huge chunk of damage to put them out of SPG, and a huge chunk of damage after the fact for the next interaction, 2 kills. So Johny, Clan del Mal being represented here. Even though Local's not here to hold things down, Johnny going to be able to use the Hope to get the first game down in their favor.
All right. Uh-oh. Fresh Buns, like he's not able to get a hit confirmed, but he's going to confirm it this time. Yeah. Good first game here. He's going to try to replicate it, but all of a sudden, Black Spider, signs of life. Definitely going to start listening up to the Rodriguez. See? Oh, he almost caught him out of the air, but I can't believe Johnny was able to avoid getting hit by that. He has such long active frames, and it still was enough to be able to beat it out. The delayed options from the air of Hokutomaru is nothing to be trifled with.
Speaking of air, I cannot believe at that distance we still got the 2 beat a trip guard in anti-air, confirming into that level 1. But Johnny having the heads-up awareness, just having the full confidence in at the stanky leg, and doing it once again here, catching Marco on the other side. So Black Spider gonna have to adjust the way that they're jumping in. So Johnny's doing a really good job converting on those trip guard anti-air opportunities with that 2B. But if we stay grounded and we stay in the face and we stay DPing after our minus frames, we can still get things going. But overheat is a cruel mistress, and it can spell your demise here.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say, if he blocks that level 1, I mean, that's a big chunk of that guard crush. He might even guard crush just by itself. So you gotta be a little proactive with your defense, and perhaps Black Spider's a little too proactive, because now he winds up dying for his risks. And again, that's the big risk itself, right? If you go for it and they press right there, you get a knockdown, you get to be able to go for another reset option, maybe get yourself out of overheat. But Johnny, again, defense too strong. That number 7 under his rank is not how many times he's willing to press. That is definitely the ranking of where he's at as an individual amongst the region, the entire region of North America.
Oh yeah, that's a big chunk of damage right here. Not teching though, so we're still gonna get the hard knockdown situation. Black Spider though was ready for it. And we're just gonna cycle through and get the 2B to win the round. So a quick perfect here to show signs of life. But right now, Johny in a really good spot, still in the set count. You want to get any momentum that you can here. And you know about Marco, if momentum is his main thing, you know, things can get real spooky real fast.
Little hop to get over the throw attempt. And again, I think Black Spider's already set the tone now. He's willing to go for the overheads, like a little bit slower options, especially off of the wake up. Definitely something to be risky. Definitely risky to try to go for, but again, great risk comes a great reward. And now he's just put into another loop situation, the vortex, so to speak. Just gonna dash in and press the button. This man is crazy, but still has a lot more work to do. He wants to try to bring this back here. No SPG, but he puts himself into overheat now. And he's gotta be careful. Johny also danger of hitting overheat, but it's not gonna matter because the level 1, not gonna be able to find it, and the Hooyah is gonna be met with the button. Set point now for Johny, but Black Spider could definitely bring this back here. He's got 2 sticks of butter, well, they both do, but again, to the corner, gonna try to use the buttons to his advantage.
There's an extra stick of butter up top there for Hoku, but it's going to be melted through. I would say if we convert it into something that would take him out of SPG, but this will do it after the level 1 super bait, and that is a big opportunity for Marco right here. Oh, no way.
It traded. Oh, my gosh. Unreal. Wake up level 1. Again, why didn't that work when Black Spider did earlier? He did it, I mean, sure it was a rev blow, but I feel like it should have at least traded for him. But it doesn't matter because the air rev blow is way better at being able to secure the round. Finally on the board here for Black Spider. Another reverse sweep incoming potentially. He's got one more game to make that a reality though.
That did so much damage, the rev blow ender. I did not think that Hoku was going to get another. I thought that Hoku was going to get another chance, but Black Spider shutting that down and shutting down any bit of early momentum that Hoku could get. This is huge too, because Hoku not having a DP and not being an SPG means that Marco can lock them down even if they guess correctly on defense. And that could be a really big spot for Johny not get the game going. But here we go, as I say that DP.
Yeah, I think he's really leaning into the fact that he doesn't have access to that DP and just going for those mix-up situations, is playing confidently and maybe too confident because that wake-up DP is going to do it again. To hell with it, right? Blocking is optional. You saw the tweet earlier. Uh-oh, going to get tech rolled, not going to get enough to kill though. Oh, the counter off the low. Not able to confirm anything off of it. Oh, he's going to put himself into overheat, and I think that was spell go time for Johny because he knew if he tried to press at all, it's going to be met with death. And now, set point once again. I think Black Spider needs to get him back into the corner because I think he's been doing really good mix-up. He has he's willing to throw out the overhead option just because he knows that the invulnerability is not there. You can see him starting to put the brakes on it, put the brakes a little bit, which is good because he's not trying to catch out another big DP, and he's going to catch some big whip punish himself.
Oh my god, you might be dead. Oh my god, you're dead.
Whoops.
Oh,
My bad.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's dead, bro. He's dead. Shit.
I don't know. Explosion? Yeah, no, okay, we're living. But that was a really good hop over the part. Yeah, you know what? I respect it. You have to sort of spend it there because otherwise you were kind of waiting to die because there was just a lot of things that Johny was going to be able to do. The reset on the cooldown means that there was the full rev gauge for them.
Nope, wrong Falcons member. Never mind. I was looking at Tamago. Sorry, the teammates mix me up sometimes. But Shadow X needs a win here. He actually does need this win to make it onto the winner side of the bracket. So super important. Same thing, Schmoo. Schmoo, we saw earlier, lose that first match on stream, but actually he's sitting 5-2 right now. So a win for him here is actually would qualify him for winner side as well.
Oh yeah, big stuff right here for the Ken if they can make it work. But Shadow X is also here to get some additional reps in because I 100% know that they were going to be at SWC and probably the premier Rock representative to this point, showcasing why right here. Really good jump in right here, optimizing the combo as well. putting themselves in overheat so they don't necessarily have to spend that super gauge and take that into the next round. So Shadow X, really good routing right here with Rock. A person who gets the full potential out of this character. Recently buffed, but unfortunately not going to get the level 1 to showcase the damage buffs. But showing that character still has a lot that they can work with. And the newcomers showing that they are pretty much at home in the Southtown Street. Big anti-air DP into big damage and more damage after that.
Yeah, you want to talk about damage, you better swipe left right now because there's plenty of damage on the screen. And one more hit confirm might be enough. The Jinryu kicks is going to go for the low iteration this time. And that's where you have to be super careful because you saw earlier when we watched Schmoo play, like there's a gap in between the Jinryu kicks that if you're quick enough, you can just DP right through it. So good call from Schmoo. He knew he's going to be able to, as long as you get that first hit or second hit even to confirm, that third one is guaranteed. So you just got to make sure you're a little conscientious of it. Just like the weird Shadow X's Raging Storm to be able to take away the SPG, and the trades are just non-stop. Buttons galore. Swapping sides into level 1, going for the wall carry as well. To the wall we go. Oh, we go for the feint, but luckily defense is there for Shadow.
Oh, I thought they were going to get the link, but still going to be able to get the counter hit with the big Rock'em Sock'em Far C. Shadow X going to be able to get the big counter hit, convert into the EX hard edge, and get the first game firmly in their control after Schmoo was actually making a bit of a run of it. But Shadow X, the Rock Howard, feeling very comfortable right now with the SWC looming.
Round 1.
All right. You know, it's not a Geese Howard, but it's a close second. I like seeing me some Rock Howard action, so definitely got to keep this going here. Keep the momentum going. Oh, the feint again, but this time he knew it was going to be a fake, so I was ready to rev load even if it was the real deal. Oh, he swaps sides with that combo, but actually puts himself in the corner. He's got to be a little careful here. Maybe gonna do a back throw just to kind of get himself out. No, we're just gonna do raw Jinryu kicks. Who cares? Oh, there you saw. You see, that is how I know these guys play the game. Because he did a hyper defense and he still didn't press on fear that he get caught by the last hit of the Jinryu.
Ooh, but we still get the guard cancel on the 0-frame super right there. No way the whip into the Shikunage worked at that range. Literally Southtown Rock, because in KOF, Southtown Rock was the best grappler in the game because he could grip you from that far away. That's okay. I'm happy that Schmoo won that round. No disrespect to Shadow X because that was going to be a criminal way for you to take that round. That was going to be criminal.
Now you see why I like Rock Howard. It's those little things like that. Those command throws just come out of nowhere and just kind of shift the whole paradigm of the match. Oh, the little bunny hop baits out the throw attempt. I ain't throwing you this time. No command throws here, but a Raging Storm. And yeah, Mia, first to 3 the whole night. So you know we're about to get some jam-packed action. Shadow X ties things up here the second game. Wants to be able to take a 2-0 lead. He can do it right now. Hadouken!
I
full
like
string, baby.
that into your low profile, even sitting at a range where they knew that the jump was going to get hit by that crouching kick, but not a full bit of damage that would put Shadow X out of SPG. We're on our way here after we get the DP. Jinryu right on the Odome boost here. The heel going to hit the head, and we're getting ahead of things in terms of our strategy. Going to be able to put Rock out of SPG. No rev flow here. Nice confirm here. Classic KOF draft, the 2-hit of the kick into the super, and the DP bait after that as well. Overheat. So this could be a chance for Schmoo to get something going.
Oh, trying to go for the cross-up. Throw again. He's got to be careful. Oh, he thought he was going to go for a throw. Not on my watch. Schmoo, good call out right there. He just knows exactly when to go for those throws. I mean, sure, he's gotten launched a couple times from his attempts, but that time he baits it out. Perfect time for the 2C.
Round
right? Is it C? No, it's an A. 2A. My bad.
Yeah, 2A.
I mixed up my buttons still from Tekken, man. It's tough. I'm getting there.
Oh, no worries. And also, the funny thing about Ken being translated into a 4-button game and a 6-button game is that a lot of the things that you would see in Street Fighter 6, where you say, oh, that's, you know, crouching heavy kick. I'm like, no, that's forward heavy. I'm like, that's forward in this game. So pretty interesting sort of translation here, and especially if you're commentating, it can be a little bit of a way to be a loss for words, but we are not at a loss of damage here. The added damage here for Rock Howard going to manifest himself in a lethal route to be able to add into a big closing combo up against Johny. So Shadow X, affirmative and expeditious in how they took the first bit of advantage in game 3 here.
Yeah, Raging Storm, monster damage. And you see goes for another throw attempt right there, but Shadow always ready to do a little bunny hops. Going for the low iteration and able to get the dash in. Man, max range on that 6D right there is ready for the punish. But he's got to be careful now in a bad spot. No SPG on the table, so he's going to try to jump out. I think, as I said, he's been waiting out those throw attempts from Schmoo, but just knowing exactly when to spend it. And he's going to spend it all on the level 2. Tornado kicks to the wall. What's the mix here on the approach? Oh, the feint into the throw. One more mix. Oh, double low. What you got to cover them shins up, boy. I got 2 of them you got to block.
Yeah, unfortunately, the guard cancel hard edge was what they went for instead of the guard cancel DP. So the successive hit from Pen is what's going to work out there. Oh, out of range for the punish on the whiffed rev blow. So the far C met with the wild punish from Schmoo, slowly pushing Shadow X into this corner. Once again, going to find that low kick. Good in SF6, good in this game as well for the anti-air. And now this is a whole lot of advantage for Schmoo.
Okay. Hey, you know what? You take your advantage, but I'm going to take my plus frames. And here we go. Now, overheat does not matter. Overheat on who? Because Schmoo taking game number 2. I ain't a rapper.
It was game number 3.
Oh, I meant, sorry, game number 3.
No, he won the second.
He wants to. He's on.
Down, not to rain on your parade. Not to rain on
my
your
bad,
parade.
my bad. See, I'm lying to the people. Guess what?
Ryan's stuck, so you know what? You get the pass. You get the
Here,
pass.
you know what? I'll still stick it going. You know what color they wearing? Nothing but blue. I'm telling you. Get me on the mic. Oh, I'm already here. Let's go.
Yeah, 2 different shades of blue, but right now we're trying to churn through the yellow stick of butter right here from Shadow X. Put them out of SPG. We do that effectively. Good tech on the throw here, so we can still maintain a position to keep Ken in the corner as well. Schmoo doing a really good job of just maintaining a steady, stable game plan, even when they're back against the wall. Shadow X is going to have to really get them to make a big error, because right now Schmoo being able to take advantage, but the DP gonna miss the rage run follow-up. So here's that big mistake here. Shadow X now getting the big bit of damage.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! He's just getting interruptible buttons. Yeah, definitely a good call right there. Just woke up, just did not want to give him any opportunity to try to bring that back. So, yeah, definitely Shadow's got to dig deep if he wants to try to bring this back here. But hey, you know what? If you're going to keep digging, I need me a shovel. Feint again into the throw, but he's seen this once before, and he's not going to fall for it a second time. No more SPG now for Schmoo. He's going to spend it all with the Raging Storm. Big damage, going for a crosser, but he's ready for the defense. Oh, he's gonna go for another feint again, but I think he's just so ready for it. He's already went for rev guard, not gonna be able to fall for any of those mixes. Those things are so last year, bro. I've been playing Rock since day 1. I know what to look out for, but you're not gonna be able to look out for this Raging Storm once again. All tied up, 2-2. Let's go, baby. I love me some Rock Howard action, but alas, Schmoo. It's gonna be tough, man. These are 2 of my favorite characters. Seeing them on screen, I don't know who I want to win.
Well, I do know for a fact that we are going to yet again get another bit of Game 5 action here in FatalFury City of the Wolves. I do love me some 1st-to-3 action all the way through. Appreciate Paragon for making sure that happens, because when you get Game 5 between a lot of these competitors, man, it is something special. And Shadow X is a very special person to watch play that Rock Howard. And especially you can see that anti-air DP gonna get a full bit of conversion right there. Shmoo's still in SPG though, so they have access to that rev blow. Haven't necessarily seen them use that a lot, but I think it's just because of the way that Shadow X is playing, not playing a lot of that fireball game. So Schmoo only using them as a combo ender if they do, but otherwise they go for that hard knockdown into the safe jump or a cross-up.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Both these players really need to win. Schmoo wants to win so he can make it into winner's side, and Shadow just needs to win altogether just to make it into our top 8. So a lot riding on the line here in this match here, and of course it's got to go the distance. And you whip, you die. And there it is, rising up. Here we go. Set point now for Shadow.
Get ready.
Might be one of their last games here tonight, so it's got to be a big win for them, especially mentally too, right? Going into that next game off of a win, it's going to mean a whole lot, and he's finally going to finish the Jin Ryu kicks again, finishing the last hit, and it caught him off guard. He's been delayed. He's been not finishing it the entire time. He's been stopping it at the second hit, going for the plus frame situation for the last. Shadow biting on the reel.
That guard cancel hard edge on the fireball was so smart to catch the approach behind it from Ken. Shadow X just cutting them off at the pass. Now once again getting the guard cancel hard edge. Didn't cancel anything that would have beaten it. So that is going to be Shadow X on the back of 2 amazing just defend options to be able to propel themselves to a very strong win to close out the 5-game foray between those two.
Hey man, he can see the future. I can't believe he's
Top tier terrors of practice past. But Hoku and Hotaru both seeing their fair share of nerf, but I still think they're eating good. We'll see how they do here. First match of top 8. Here we go.
Yep, and it's first to 3 for every single match here tonight, so this is none the wiser. So let's see who's going to be able to take this first game here. Aldoner, just picking up where we left off. We saw them play a little bit earlier. Obviously, it was that one loss, but alas, still good enough to make it into the top 8. So it definitely still has some something, you know, hiding up the sleeve. So we're gonna have to see if they can keep finding some more openings like that. Spending the EX just kind of keep him in the corner. Johny just gonna fight his way out the old-fashioned way. Jump back action, but the low confirm puts him into SPG range.
Yeah, that dive kick has been something that Aldoner has done a really good job of exercising, whether it's been in neutral or just in pressure, just to really vary their aerial angles that they jump in or jump away from, making it harder for the opponent to anti-air them. But Johny right now doing a really good job of not necessarily overcommitting. Oh my god, wake up, normal command grab and overheat, the gumption.
Ooh, speaking of gumption, I got some gumbo here, right, for ya. I don't know if it's gonna give me a kill. Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't have access to level 1. Uh-oh, caught him out of the air. Put your hands on the chest. Gotta be careful with the mix-up. He caught the double jump, but JD is just in time. JD's, he's ready for the teleports. Oh, he's waiting for a button, but he's actually gonna get met with the, look at that, the 2A, just to be able to close out that round. Real good call from Johny, just gonna mash it out. You know, when in doubt, mash it out, right? Ooh, the reflect, he's ready.
The jump in too, that's a popular spot for you just to want to hold down back on, because you're just like, all right, they're going to start their pressure string here after the plus frames on the jump in. But the quick 2A to catch the start of the command grab, Johny doing a really good job picking the time to be active on defense. And I mentioned the dive kicks from Hotaru, but being able to vary what you're doing with the teleport, you're seeing Johny kind of going into that well when they're trying to slow the game down, making Aldoner really question how they approach the neutral. And even though that Hoku had the health disadvantage, now they have the lead here because they were able to get Aldoner to bite on a little bit, or a bit off where they could chew in terms of how they approach the neutral.
Oh man, nice little confirm right there. Now we're gonna be able to strip away the SPG for Aldoner. It's got to do it the old-fashioned way, and that old-fashioned way is the it's put in the past for a reason. The wake-up DP not gonna find too much success. Johny was ready to play defense at the perfect times, and that's what you'll see a lot of the times for these high-level competitors. They just put these non-stop aggression, non-stop offense, and then right when you think you have an opportunity, you can try to fight back in and throw out a random DP. It's going to be met with the JD. Perfect defense right now. Oh, perfect defense paired with perfect offense. Always makes a good combo.
Just doing the quick combo into the rev flow ender to be a very more conservative with how we have the rev gauge, because now you're able to use the rev flow in response because you didn't overload yourself with the offense by using EX skills, so you had the resources to be able to have the reactionary rev flow and close out the round with that. Johny doing a really good job being efficient with their resource usage.
Oh man, counter. Again, just you gotta make sure you get those JD timings just right. And sometimes they just, both characters, oddly enough, they can really slow down the tempo a little bit, throwing these slower versions of their projectiles. It's gonna catch some players off guard, just like that wild punish out of nowhere right now from Johny. It has SPG as well, so I think we're gonna see the, oh, I thought we were gonna see the big animation, but not gonna find it quite yet, but still has an opportunity here. And with the low confirm, we will see it, baby. Shit.
Yep, that is going to be Hoku round if I've ever seen one, as we go up 2-0 on the back of a very strong performance. But one thing that I always mention about this matchup, because Hoku versus Hotaru is a matchup that we get to see a lot over the course of this game, it feels like a case of the pace setter in Hotaru versus the pace disruptor in Hoku. Hoku is a very good character at being squirrely and getting out of dodge, and then right when you think that you know what he's trying to do, just either retreats away or just shows up right in your face with a teleport. He can just really throw you for a loop in terms of where the game is going to be, or how the game's going to be played. So it seems like Johnny's doing a really good job of throwing Aldoner for a loop in that aspect.
He's got to keep doing that too if he wants to try to take this with a convincing 3-0. Definitely still could, but Aldoner has another plan in mind. Okay, he's just going to go back to playing that neutral, ready for the teleport just to jump in, but again, I think Aldoner is ready for the patience. SPG is still on the table for both players. But alas, I think Johnny is going to be having one last opportunity to use it, and he's going to use it right now. To the corner we go. Oh, he's going to wake up and do the rev guard, but not going to find any defense right there. Level 1 confirm as well. Just make sure you secure that round and move on to set point. We're on loser side here, so Aldoner needs to bring it back right now, otherwise he's going to be eliminated from the tournament. Alas, at 7th place, still not a bad spot, but no, he wants to play a little bit longer tonight.
Absolutely, but here's the tough part here. This is exactly what I was talking about. We saw it earlier in that first part of the round. Just when you think he's just feigning the teleports and throwing them out just to lame out Hotaru, forcing them into a mistake, immediately just goes into the close quarters teleport to close space. So Aldoner doing a good job responding this time around. So now Hoku is stuck in the corner. But now you're giving him a little bit of time, and that gives him ample amount of space to be able to figure out a way out of this corner without even having to spend the level 1 super.
And this is good. I like the slow play style. I know it's not maybe not the way Aldoner wants to necessarily play altogether, but I think it really works against the way that Johnny's been playing tonight. And you can see right now with that defense, I mean, 30-second round, still didn't even have to use his SPG, wasn't even in that territory for it. He's got to do it. He's got to do it again. Replicate that playstyle, slow down, let him throw the projectiles. I'm the projectile one here. I can reflect. You can't do that. Let's see how he tries to keep doing it. Wild punish. Okay, WP time. Well played. No more SPG now for Johnny. Wants to do the extra damage. Going to spend the level 1 for the wall carry as well. Now Rev Guard just trying to find his way out, but 50% in counting here for Johnny. He's got to be real careful on his next few defensive options, because, I mean, he might be trying to go for a big combo here, but he's not going to be able to extend the combo too much with risk of going to overheat. But alas, that's where you got the level 2 in play.
Right back, and there you go. The dive kick to be able to get in there at a very strange wave that Johnny wasn't quite ready for. Now we get the command grab when we catch him holding down back. And yeah, it's the EX variety, so we get the combo off of it, and we route into the level 1. Aldoner getting the first game of the set. So signs of life. Can they make the reverse sweep happen here?
You know what? When me and Zoma on the mic, it's never out of the cards. It's never out of the question. All right, I like the way Aldoner's slowing down the game a little bit, finally using the EX Fireball. You can see, again, that's why they keep mixing it up. Teleport finally finds his mark, but I don't think he was ready for it. Oh, just jumped in again. That little hop just really messes up the timing, because, again, both characters can have delay their timing with the fall or extend it a little bit more, so you got to make sure you're paying attention to that. You see right now Aldoner trying to get out of the corner, though. Oh, shoot.
I was going to say all the wiser to being on the command grab attempt from Aldoner, this time being all the wiser of the poke out attempt, going into the high evade to counter the mid-range button, or the mid button from Hotaru, and Johnny going to be able to convert into a kill on the back of that. So there you go, already starting to get a different page of the book. Not the same as the first one, but still going to be able to get the read that they need there to get a set point set up here.
Yeah, another opportunity for Johnny to close this thing out, but Aldoner not out of this yet. Again, oh, Wild Punish is a great start as well. He's got a huge life lead right now, so he doesn't even do anything risky to get himself in any trouble. Low hit confirmed, so not able to get anything ridiculous off of that, but again, I think we're going to go back to the neutral here. A lot of butts being pressed, but a lot of them not getting anything big off of it. SPG now, he's got to be real careful not to get too predictable with those rev blows, because that's exactly what he's going for the high counters off of. Because, I mean, sure, he doesn't have SPG. He still has access to the counters, though. Not going to be able to level 1 here. He doesn't have enough meter. But Aldoner out of SPG. Rev guard just to make sure he's just getting himself out of harm's way. Oh, he's going to get caught by the string. Puts himself in overheat. Not going to be enough to kill. Oh, the reversal down. Shoot, not gonna be it.
JD. Oh, no, the double jump over the fireball. Oh, right when you thought that they were gonna land and Hotaru was gonna be able to get him, they just go right on over it. Johny exercising the right to aerial mobility and getting the 3-1 victory. Cristiano Ronaldo and Kula. It's gonna be very interesting too because I feel like Shadow X has the fair amount of experience up against how Kula likes to play Ronaldo, but again, the versatile moveset and toolkit of Ronaldo can really throw Shadow X for a loop if they can open a different pocket in their toolkit.
Throw him for a loop. I see what you did there. Good call, good call. Oh, and that's another thing you always have to look out for. This man Kula is a master of the red soccer ball. He knows exactly when to throw out the EX version just to kind of catch people off guard. Otherwise, it's all been blue, and again, it's just always something to kind of keep you as almost like a mock combo breaker. You keep it kind of dribbled up, so that way if anybody gets any big launchers, any big jump in, unless it's like an armor one, like a Rev Blow situation or Rev, it's just not going to find too much success. But alas, you can see Shadow doing a good job finding his way in. He's got a bit of a life lead, but no SPG on the territory. Going to spend it with the Burning Knuckle, but you got to be careful. One more mix. And the invulnerability frames with the jump-in DP. I'm the one with the wake-up DP options on the jump-in. Good call from Shadow. Round number 1.
Yeah, I believe that was a guard cancel DP call out on the part of Shadow X because they thought that Kula was going to go for the guard cancel heavy DP. And if you know that, that doesn't have invulnerability activate. So if Shadow X just lands and then does their own DP with the invulnerability frames, that wins out. And that's exactly what Shadow X did. And we bait the true DP there from Kula, routing into the Shinku Nage to get the command grab to put Kula into the corner. Really good routing there.
Ooh, and you saw the feint right there. He's trying to bait out a wake-up DP, maybe in a wake-up super. Kula's got 2 sticks of butter. Not willing to use them quite yet, but these low confirms into the level 1 should be enough to take the round, take the first game. Shadow is totally ready for the Ronaldo at the moment. But again, alas, it's still getting started. Like when I know you don't watch soccer, Zoma, but like soccer players, they need some time to warm up. That's why you play 90 minutes of soccer. So you got to get things heated up a little bit. Once you see Ronaldo start to get dribbling like this, that's how you know he's ready to start getting some PKs.
Look, I'm like Rock. I'm not content to just sit around for 90 minutes watching a score be 0-0. I want to see points on the board now, and that's why we're going all offense right here. Even after Kula drew first blood, jump in right there, got the JD. Not that time around, got counter hit, but still, really good out here trying to use the EX Fireball to burn through the soccer ball. But Kula doing a really good job keeping the blue soccer ball up ahead so they can get the cross up on the other side.
Oh my gosh, what are you jumping for? That's what I'm talking about. Kula just doing the same Ronaldo shenanigans that we know and love. Trying to tie things up here. He's definitely getting heated up right now. I'm starting to see some style on it. You have to slide right afterwards. Yeah, you always got to be aware for it. But this time, Shadow, ready for the follow-up. It caught him off guard that first time, but this time, not going to happen to me. Those are the old ways. Got to stay in the times, young blood. Jumping in, counter hit, going to dash to the wall. Level 1 as well, just for the wall carry and the added damage. Look at that damage. Half HP gone. Here comes the bottom half. No, just not quite. Hoi!
Yeah, Shadow X having a tough time getting through the barrier that is that soccer ball that is dangling right in front of them. But caught them in the dead time between that. So Shadow X recognizing the pattern right there, just being able to hold forward at the right time. Now baiting out the level 1. There's a big chance that this is the end of round 2, and it is Shadow X fighting back.
Yeah, and that's what he did the last time. He did the little feint just to bait out the because again, he had 2 bars of meter, same exact situation, but this time actually going to pull the trigger on the level 1. Going to be able to block it in time. You can see right now just trying to find the range. Yeah, I mean, Rock's jumping Ds are just really strong, have a lot of range. You can confirm off into a combo, so as long as you're aware for it, may be able to, you know, time the soccer ball just quite, you know, right when it lands to get out of range, avoid getting hit by it. 2 bars a meter again for Kula, so he wants to try to get a big confirm. Just barely getting into SPG here in a moment.
You're seeing Kula go to that game plan of just setting up that wall right in front of them. Shadow X having kind of a tough time figuring it out. And when they're closing distance, even when they're putting out that barrier, that's license for Ronaldo to go into that cross-up setup that dealt a big chunk of damage to open game 2. So Shadow X is going to have to figure out a counter strategy here, because right now Kula doing a really good job by using that to propel themselves to a really good advantage on the health department.
Oh, man, if he got the pickup over there, he's actually going to dash underneath him, get the cross up. Uh-oh, he can't do that. Yikes. Oh, no. Big damage here. He's got to do it with no meter, though. The slide's going to get blocked. He's going to get interrupted by DP as invulnerability frames. He's just going to dash it again. Not going to be enough to kill. He's going to go for man throw instead. The reset. What a call out from Shadow X.
Look, man, this guy plays Clark still in KOF. This guy knows how to absolutely steal a game with the command grab. And resetting right there, when they knew the route wasn't going to kill otherwise, you got to be ready for that up against Shadow X, because he will just run up to your reset and then flash yellow with the Shinkunage command grab. Really good stuff right there from Shadow X. But Kula still does have that really strong strategy that took them almost a distance in that game, too. We'll see if Shadow X can respond in kind, or are they just going to have to go into some more crazy offense to neutralize the neutral that is being commanded by Kula right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, you definitely made the call, and I'm not big on Japanese. I don't know what Shinokage translates to, but it definitely translates to clutch in my mind, because right now Shadow gotta dig deep, bro. You lost me. Overhead, skating on him, son. And again, who knows? I think Kula might have just been playing King of Fighters, so it might have been he's still getting, warmed up to the FatalFury side of things. Oh, jumping over the red. Red means bad. No red here.
Yeah, again, it was using that blue soccer ball to deny the jump in, setting up that wall, but Shadow X found the right time to get the jump in from the round start. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote right there. It was just that first big jump in kind of took him the distance, but Kula still has 2 bars. Oh, but running underneath the soccer ball that time around. No. Yeah, we're starting to see this counter strategy at play here for Rock and Shadow X.
It was an 8-second perfect before. He's looking for, 8 seconds may have passed, but he's still working on a perfect doubles. Oh man, you gotta be careful. He's looking for the double air Pukin just for the confirm off it. He got mixed up again, but immediately into a DP. Still got 2 bars a meter. Luckily, he's not able to confirm anything off of this, but he might be able to spend it here. Not gonna spend it quite yet. He's going for another mix. No soccer ball coming out quite yet, but he's looking for a feint. Again, Shadow's been using a lot of DP, so I think Kula's recognizing that and just trying to bait him into the DP. He's gonna bait him into the buttons. Drops it. Oh, over. Gotta be careful. Still has access to another level 1. EX dashing in. Defense is gonna be super important here, but if you're not gonna be able to block your shins, you better put on some extra shin guards, because otherwise Shadow is gonna clip them ankles clean off. And speaking of clean, 3-0 for Shadow X over Kula.
That's tough too, because confidence in this Preecha champion. We were doing Joe for the latter, but Supergrenas coming with the tried and true Muay Thai protege and the scientist Preecha up against Tamago and the Hotaru. And Supergrenas already firing on all cylinders right here.
Whoa.
And there we go, hitting out the DP. This is the Supergrenas round if I've ever seen one.
All right, this is gonna be a crazy stuff. Winners semifinals. Supergrenas, and you see, one give it and one take it. DP for DP, level 1 as well for the extra damage. Already in the corner, but now life's almost about even. Big combo conversion, gonna spend all of his rev meter just to be able to try to kill, and he does. All right, Tamago bringing it back there. It looked like Supergrenas was in a real comfortable spot, but again, that's the power of the level 1, man. Completely shifts the paradigm of the match.
Seeing Supergrenas trying to hit a spot to get that 5C, but doing it in a very aggressive manner, not necessarily baiting Tamago into anything, but just running up and being in the effective range at all times. This time being able to slowly inch Tamago into the corner, but like you were saying, level 1's all it takes. We fought back, got the light confirmed, and now everything's looking Hotaru right now. Can Supergrenas reverse fortunes?
All right, gotta bring it back. Definitely do it here. This is like the comfort pick. This is what we like to play primarily. JD is the entire string. He's ready for the guard, cancel, and punish. Good stuff. Going for a free mix-up situation. Not going to get mixed here. I'm always going for the rev guard situation, but you know what? Tamago is just one of those people that just knows how to JD on every single interaction. So definitely, if you have the confidence to do it, I say go for it. Free health regen. Might as well take it. Doesn't chip away from your overheat meter as well. Oh, we got the counter, but like he's not able to confirm anything off of it. The sweep, the knockdown, the rush down, and counter it once again. Final round, this first game.
Final round.
Yeah, back and forth we go once again. This time Supergrenas getting one more chance at life and making the most of it. And now we're going to get all of these plus frames going. Supergrenas just definitely showing that they are not sitting back and playing that fireball game, not trying to play that counter zoning game, not waiting for Tamago to react to something that we can adjust to on our own end. Supergrenas just saying, hey, I am going to take control of the pace of the set from the word go, get my strike throw going early, and you're seeing the result here. Oh no, she's alive?
I was already changing the score. Oh my gosh, but it will surely be dead right afterwards. Essentially a perfect right there for Supergrenas. Couldn't see the health bar, and you still don't see it now because Tamago not able to persevere the Supergrenas Preecha. And there's a you know, that's a pretty good strategy too. I tell people all the time, like, you know, play a character in the pools in like the regular, you know, tournament style, and then when you get to the top 8, you pull out your big guns. Don't give people time to lab, get people prepared for how you're gonna play that character in any given moment. And right now, he is playing phenomenally. Big life lead again to start off this round, and he's stripped away the SPG territory for Tamago, but you know, Tamago doesn't need it. Neither do you, Supergrenas, so let's see how we do it the old-fashioned way.
That's tough too, because they were trying to do a bait on the guard kit, or a throw bait, and they just wandered right into the startup of Hotaru's EX command grab because they were trying to go for that guard cancel command grab. But here we go, Tamago still being able to fight back on the back of that, but guard cancel DP on the cross-up attempt. Supergrenas just ready. Man, he is just firing on all cylinders right now, just absolutely playing turned up to 11. But Tamago can fight back. We've seen these sets go the distance between these two, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. I do know that guard cancel command grab will work eventually if we stick to the game plan.
Again, funny enough, we were talking about earlier, this was the grand finals the last time we commentated together, and guess what? It feels like a grand final set right now because they are definitely going bar for bar, band for band, and it looks like a level 1 incoming. Yep, just looking for the wall carry as well, wants to take you closer and closer to the ladder of doom. Oh, got caught! I don't know which side you're going to end up on, but it was the wrong side regardless. I thought he was going to spend it all, put himself in overheat, but he knows to take his time here. And going straight into some more buns command throw once again right there. Final round, game 2. This is neck and neck right now. I don't know who's gonna take this. Oh crap! Supergrenas, big button to start.
A super jump in is what that was. It's gonna land with the JD. Big counter hit to start things off here. And once again, going into that early strike throw game so we can get our advantage here early and often. And the wild punish once again on the JD. We have access to the hidden gear super. Are we going to route into it? Yes, we are. And I'm not gonna make a call as to whether this will kill or not, but this is going to do a big chunk of damage. I am confident enough to say that this is it. KO.
I thought he was gonna survive again, so I thought you were wrong.
I made sure to look at the pixels. I looked at the pixels this time.
I couldn't tell again. It looked like he still had a little bit left again, but either way, Supergrenas is totally confident in his decision making, and as he should, right? Because he's got the 2-0 lead right now. Now he can kind of play a little bit riskier, right? Because you can lose a game, hey, even 2 games, and still, you know, be in the driver's seat for that potential winner's final spot. Let's see if Tamago's got anything left in the chamber if he wants to try to bring this back. Number 52 versus number 42. They're definitely the best of the best with their respective characters, but it's all about the here and now, never in the past.
You never look back, but you should have looked back because the 5C hitting on the other side, getting that big counter hit, but we're going to be able to get the guard cancel command grab right into the level 1. So Tamago fighting back once again. Just defend on the jump in, but still, you're finding yourself in overheat. Big end of the special, going to get the counter hit, and we're getting the big route as well because of it. It's crazy.
Big damage on the table right there. Tamago's got to find a few more of those if he wants to try to bring this thing back. He definitely can. Got to do without SPG though, because Supergrenas is going to put you in another mix here. Oh, nice guard cancel right there. Into the DP, he's ready for it. For the last, he's got to guess again. What's the mix of this time? Now he does it again. Oh my gosh, the confidence. Not going to be enough to take away SPG from Supergrenas, but hey, guess what? This will. Now he's got to deal with the cross-up again, and this time he's ready for the defensive option. He got countered the last few times he went for that, so nice to see he's already making that adjustment, that nice in-game read, not waiting for the next game. I'm going to do it here and now.
the backup into the dive kick. We haven't really seen Tamago go to that move yet, but we've seen the command grab get a lot of mileage so far, and it's taken them all the way to the East Coast corner. And we're gonna DP our way on out of there. Not gonna hold the mix at all, but you're gonna have to hold on to your seat for one more game. Tamago gonna win game 3 and force a game 4.
Round 1.
All right.
Get ready.
I wonder if I see Supergrenas go over to the Joe at all, because again, I think he's been playing Joe the entire actual ladder portion, and then now seeing the Preecha, it's obviously not hindering his ability at all because he's already up in that 2-1 lead count. But you know, maybe he's starting to forget some of his Preecha's closeout material. Oh, DP over it? I don't know if that was a misinput or not. I think he meant to do fireball there, but hey, this one was not a misinput.
Oh, yeah, no, that DP was not a misinput. They were definitely trying to find that 2-hit into the DP that they've gone for the last couple of times that they've had the pressure sequence started from Preecha. Tamago gonna get that DP to work this time around.
Oh, no.
A little bit too plus for your own good. Got hit, so the command grab whiff couldn't combo into it.
Oh,
so
no.
now Supergrenas in the corner, get the strike throw going, but you gotta be ready. Guard cancel command grab is what Hotaru players want more than anything up against that corner.
Man, they did it again. Tamago trying to tie things up. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be a whip punish for sure. But alas, the counter it coming out in time for Supergrenas. He's got to do a lot more of that if he was trying to take this set. We can try to close it out now. Definitely not over. He's still got SPG as well. I may have spoken out of his existence. Whoops,
Yeah, we got
my bad.
We also got 2C to make you wander in and just try to play at that range and then bait you into just getting hit by something that you otherwise wouldn't have. And now we just get the DP bait on the other end. Big hit here for Hotaru, catching out into the level 1. Put them into the corner. Gotta be wary of the command grab here. This is a very tough spot to be in. You might have to be betting on the DP at some point. Otherwise, you're looking, oh, actually, no. They knew they were looking for the command grab, so they went for the toes each time. Tamago forcing a game 5.
And of course, he couldn't have it any other way here, Zoma. Let's go. Final game here, winners semifinals. And that's the fear, right? He's been doing the command throw so often, especially those guard cancels, just to get himself out of the corner. It makes you forget about like the almighty lows. The lows are the way to open up your opponent who wants to shell up. So you force your opponent to shell, and your lows will just be so impactful during this matchup. But just like these wake-up DPs, they're also impactful, but he's ready for it this time. Not going to work on me again. Still going to be able to dash in. Big damage off the combo. Not able to get access to a level 1 quite yet. Puts himself into burnout, but he's still in a really comfortable position.
Throwing out these fireballs to counter Hwan, buy himself some time. Tamago can't necessarily ref blow through these, and the super won't quite reach. So Tamago gonna use the standard thing to run up behind it and force the guard break. Really smart stuff by Tamago, just not letting that happen and just being able to take full advantage of the situation. Oh, the JD is not ready, so hyper defend into the DP.
Dude, no way. Oh my gosh, he's playing defense right now, just dashing back. He's not trying to get caught by a full screen super. He's not willing to throw a fireball out. That's something really important. Preecha does have access to a full screen. So at that point, he's not going to risk throwing anything out. He's also got 70% on his red meter, so he's totally comfortable just waiting it out in the low. Not enough to kill. Don't throw it out. Oh, he dashed it. He's not going to find anything off of it, though. Careful, 4 seconds. Timeout situation in the toe tap from Tamago. He had the life lead, so he knew Supergrenas had to make the approach. And now set point for Tamago to move on into winners finals.
Oh man, that is insane. A timeout to start game 5. What else could you expect between these two? But here we go. What else could you expect from the early get-go here? The strike throw getting started early, just 9 seconds into the match. And we've already gotten our first bit. The strike after the throw. Gonna get the counter hit to hit. Not gonna go into hidden gear because they got 2 rounds they gotta win versus 1. Oh, had the read on the command grab, but a little bit too high on the wall punish JD, but still gonna be able to kill, get a perfect round right there. Supergrenas now fighting back here. Final game, final round.
Final round. I don't know who's gonna go to because it feels like Supergrenas is in the driver's seat, but Tamago throws out these random guard cancels into command throws, just kind of shifting everything back and forth, giving himself the corner advantage. Trying to keep him there though. He's got access to a DP, he's got access to full meter. but I don't even think he's gonna have an opportunity to use it, especially with the extension on this combo. Level 1 going for the mix. One more X for the game. Got caught with overhead, but it does not matter because I'm gonna dash through and close things out with another perfect game. Supergrenas takes the set 3-2 over Tamago. But I'm getting a strong feeling here, Zoma, that this will not be the last time that these two will play against each other tonight.
I would not doubt it. These two definitely are two of the strongest that we see around here, but it is going to be Supergrenas being this our final set of winter semis between Schmoo on Ken Masters and PsicRogelio on Billy Khan.
Hey, and if you guys weren't here for the latter portion, this was the very first match that we had on stream, and Psych took it actually 3-0 over Schmoo. So let's see if Schmoo makes the adaptation here. Obviously made it to the winner side of the bracket, so looking to get some redemption here. And you can definitely do it here, but maybe not this round. Uh-oh, big drop! Oh, I may have jinxed him. My bad, Psych.
Oh yeah, that drop gonna be a costly one too, because now Billy is devoid of Rev Blow up against Ken. That is invaluable since you don't have a meterless DP to challenge a lot of the Jinrai pressure. But here we go. Now we can just sit back, play the far C range, and play that big staff range. And now you're just forcing Schmoo to have to commit to something, and they just walk right into it. So the early advantage, the drop not going to be too bad for him, but now we're getting off to a good start here. See, we're able to capitalize on it with a level 1 this time around, and but still the rage run gonna put Ken into the corner.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think Schmoo is gonna have a tough time kind of coach here, but class it's not impossible, but definitely difficult. It's gonna look for the show you Repa once again, but the air rev blow just make a time. I'm surprised Schmoo didn't try to go for that. He had a little bit of SPG left. He could have reacted to that, but alas, now I got to do it the old-fashioned way. No meter, no bars. Yep, and again, he tried to go for the Shroyu Repa, but the only thing you're going to be met with is the lean green money-making machine. That is the Billy Kane SPG, baby. Game number 1 going to Psych. Schmoo, gotta dig deep here, bro.
That is crazy. On like just basically reading the soul of how Schmoo was gonna try to challenge that with the DP, just automatically ready with the rev blow on the end of it, because they knew Billy Kane was about to crank up that rev gauge and crank up those plus frames. And so Schmoo was gonna go for that DP, and Recycle was just like, yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna try to do. I've seen people at EWC try to deny this exact situation. Got the counter for it right here, but we're gonna have to find a counter to get out of this corner, because this is the first time we get to see Ken Master's offense in full fruition as Billy Khan is put into the corner, but can't put into overheat. Psych fighting back, level 1 conversion. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, see, he's not reacting to those air rev blow situations, so at that point, oh! Hey, I can react to the just jump in general. With the Shroyu Repa, you gotta be careful. Air tops, you're not gonna be able to find his mark, though. Another Shoryuken just to get himself out of harm's way. He's gonna dash in. Good call right there. He was dangerously close to that guard crush situation, so it was almost like a do or die moment for him. Definitely a good read. I like the adaptation Schmoo's been making so far, but he's got to keep that going here just to try to get a single game on the board, which has been obviously a difficult task based on the last time they played.
Oh, got the walk in or walk under as they tried to jump into the corner. Really good heads up awareness from Schmoo. Cancel into the level 1. Not quite going to put them into rev blow. It's pretty important here in terms of reading defensive options, but still knowing that they had to bet on that level 1, not quite able to read it. Oh, the DP on the extended and hurt box of Billy.
Woo! Jinryu kicks, nice hit confirmation. He's gonna hit confirm again into level 1, full meter expenditure. Oh man, this might be death. Not quite. 1 HP in a dream. Just try to chip him down, but he has a rev guard right there. Make sure he doesn't get chipped out. Oh, the low tap is enough to be able to tie, bring it back. It's never over till it's over, my friend. Final round, game 2.
They nerfed the 2B, they said. They nerfed its conversion ability, they said. It hit from so far away. It hit from Joshua Tree all the way to Jazzy NYC 99, and it still converted into a 3-hit level 1 combo. My goodness gracious, Billy Khan with the 2B. Psych using it beautifully here and using the high evade beautifully. Big conversion here to put Ken and Schmoo out of SPG.
Oh, he's gonna get him again out of the sky. He's been getting caught a lot by those red blows, so I think it was one of those things like it was reaction, but luckily it was just a regular jump altogether. Still able to find the confirm, nice, able to bait out the level 1 and get the punish. Should be enough to kill here with the big combo in the corner. Shroyu Repa, another 1 HP comeback, not this time. A little 5A to be able to close it out. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Schmoo finally getting on the board, and this is a big momentum shift here for him. I know it's a single game here, Zoma, but I'm telling you that he lost 0-3 against Psych last time. So now in his mind, I've already made a big, adjustment. I've already made the change that was able to get me a game versus how I played him last time.
Get ready.
Yep, absolutely. Also doing a really good job of just, versus the last time, doing a really good job of countering when Psych is trying to figure out a way in versus kind of having to sit back and deal with a lot of what Billy's trying to do in terms of zoning. And then as soon as Billy tries to turn up the burners and trying to approach Ken, Schmoo kind of just letting that happen. So Schmoo doing a really good job of challenging that and using those small interactions to be able to steamroll into Ken Master's offense. But right now, Psych has the advantage here. Now sitting back with the health lead, but now here we go, getting the counter hit to come in. One more hit can do it.
You say, I understand it now, but it's just when you start to begin to understand Psych starting to dig deep in his little bag of tricks. This cane can do a lot more than help people walk. It can also beat people and make them not walk. So, gotta keep that going. Finally using SPG to his advantage. Oh my gosh, Psych was like, oh yeah, I forgot I got the red blow, and accidentally puts himself in the corner. Bad situation right now for Schmoo, and just making it even worse. Back to the corner, level 2 as well. Oh my gosh, not even gonna use it. But, hey, guess what? Low hit confirm into the level 2. It will be enough to be able to take it. Take the lead here. Fireball time coming at you.
Now that is crazy. I was like, you know what? We're definitely getting the cash out combo here to go into the hidden gear. But they might not have trusted that it was going to kill, so they just reset into the next interaction off of the soft knockdown, but able to catch them with the jump in. Going to be able to route into the hidden gear anyway. Psych thinking 2 steps ahead right here. Would have been otherwise poo-pooed for being frugal, but this time it's not working out in their favor.
Poo-poo, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, just like I like these high counters. Ain't gonna work on me, old man. That's the pass. That only works in Street Fighter, not here. Down here is my realm. Looks like he's gonna keep it going. A little early, the trade-off there, but definitely going to pay off in favor of Psych, because now he's got access to SPG. Air Red Blow once again, able to get the first part of the JD, but not the second. And he's going to march him down, put him to the corner, hyper defense, but again, the buttons coming out from Psych are plentiful and still coming. Whoops.
Yep, desperation level 1 right there, trying to get out of dodge, because you can kind of sense the frustration. Schmoo has tried to go for just defense and hyper defense up against that usual sequence from Billy where they crank out the bug frames with the cane twirl, but hasn't been able to get it each time they've been hit on successive hits. So I could feel like they were just trying to deny the initial interaction in the first place at the end, especially with the life being as low as it is. But got to be able to figure it out real quick. But right now, we'll have to worry about that if we can keep up this offense. Big damage here, putting Psych in a good spot here. Red Blow and level 1. But we're sniping it out. Good bait.
Oh, dropped the combo though. Unfortunate drop right there from Schmoo, but I like the adaptations he's making now. He's got to do a lot more of that with Invincible Wake Up. Oh my goodness. And I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill. It is. And PsicRogelio. Another repeat performance from last time. Wasn't a 3-0 victory, but still just as clean. I felt like using control 90% of that match. And that's all he needs to be able to take that win and move on. Just salt to the wound. But we found the missing Tamago. And he was downplaying King of Fighters. But he is back. And we're ready for some more top 8 action. Losers quarterfinals. Tamago still on the Hotaru, but Johny sticking out with the Hokutomaru. So he's dealt with one earlier. He's got to deal with one more. This one a little bit stronger though. So let's see how he deals with it. Let's go.
Yep, that 7 ain't just a lucky number. That showcases a little bit of strength that Johny has with this character. Definitely well practiced and well seasoned with the Hokutomaru, but Tamago can be, you can say the same thing about Tamago and the Hotaru. We saw them lose in winner side of things, so they're going to be trying to fight back here, fighting back with the guard cancel red blow as well to put Johny out of SPG and potentially out of options here. Big counter hit on the flip kick, and now we put them in the corner. We are in overheat, so no EX command grab, but only a normal one is going to be able to take the job.
Yep, keep doing it. Oh, he's totally ready for that teleport, dude. The reactions. Unreal.
That was awesome. You gotta love it. Oh, but you gotta love the response to the reactionary rev blow with the high evade.
Yeah, that's even more impressive. Like, I see the SPG happen, or the SPG in play, and like, yeah, sure, you're expecting it, so you want to counter Revlo with another Revlo situation. Similar like the Impact Drive, but alas, this one's even more of a read. You're able to get the execution just in nick of time. One more hit, and this time, not going to get away from me. All tied up here, final round, game number 1. Going back and forth. Let's go.
Here we go, sitting back, throwing out these shurikens. Tamago trying to run up, reset into the command grab. Johny ready for it. You gotta know that Hoku's trying to find a spot to jump. It's just what they do. Flying squirrels will jump out of trees at any point.
That's a good descriptor. The flying squirrel, man. So
that's what he is. That's what he is. Look at him. He got the cape and everything.
This cape, the way he floats down, bro. Perfect descriptor, man. I'm telling you. But Tamago. Oh, caught the level 1. And one more mix here, double jump, and he caught the low off of the cross-up situation. So not only you have to guess the cross-up, now you got to guess high or low right afterwards, and them ankles were not covered.
But we're going to get them with the toe taps and get the first game on the board. And Johny looking good against Tamago, who was coming over from winner's side, so you thought they'd be a little bit more warmed up. But it's Johny that's blazing hot out of the gate. Can Tamago fight back? We were setting back to that fireball war. This time going to still be able to go to that guard cancel rev blow. Going to work out. Johny not quite ready for the high evade this time. His command grab going to work against the rev guard as well. Trying to give us a bit of a different look with the strike throws by throwing a couple of successive close A's. Nothing doing though. Johnny's still remaining disciplined.
Okay. You see Tamago got the comfortable life lead. Slowing the game down a little bit and still has access to SPG, but I mean at this point, not even gonna need to use it. Just nothing but perfect offense, just small little execution is all that's needed to be able to take this game and take the round. Looking pretty solid. 30 seconds down and still had access to SPG at the initial start of the life bar. He looks pretty nice. Got to keep that going if he wants to try to maintain that lead, maintain that composure, the integrity of a Hotaru player. There's nothing to be trifled with.
Not trifling with their conversion into the level 1, but SPG now out of play. We're gonna have to bank on the super again defensively if we can, because we cannot go green. Tamago shutting that down with a really good conversion here. Good conversion to carry them back into the corner off of the light kicks. Johny getting the air to get themselves a little bit more breathing room, and then double light kick into the level 1. Double jump over the guard cancel command grab attempt. Johny doing a really good job structuring their offense in an anti-Hotaru fashion.
Oh. Okay, so the dream he's ready for the hyper defense, but it does not matter. Toe taps is all I'm gonna need again. Going back to the well. Hopefully it doesn't run dry anytime soon. Final round, game 2. But I don't know, I like the way Tamago's playing. Go back to the square 1, and how about this level 2 off of the low? Definitely a good call. Still be able to build up a level 1 in time. Put the hands on the back. Mock chiropractor. Bam! You're still kicking.
Talk about an adjustment right there, but that was really good stuff right there from the gate. They've been able to dash underneath an aerial Hokutomaru when they have the positioning, get that trip guard wild punish on the other end with that 2B, this time linking into the big hidden gear, and that denies any SPG shenanigans. No rev blow, gonna only need that level 1 defensively. Oh, the spacing trap with the flip kick, gonna go right back into him, catch the wild punish on the 2B attempt from Johny. Tamago. Excellent offense there to close game 2.
Oh yeah, better clip that right now, son. All tied up. Yep, the battle of 1,000 days, man. Supergrenas, you get all day right, baby. Just lots of pokes right now. Gotta slow it back down again. I don't know, it's one of those things like you don't want to like just start picking up the offense and start swinging into a defensive Hotaru, because that's the last thing you want to catch, because you saw how many guard cancel into command throws he was getting that first round of the loser side. So Tamago is definitely locked and loaded with those. Gotta find an option to open them up though. Can't let block forever.
That's why Johny went into that well with the double jump to bait out that guard cancel command grab, and it really did a good job for that. But Tamago was basically in positions where that didn't really matter, and they've really been trying to go to that option a lot more, go to that game plan a lot more. You're seeing it work out right here. Going to maintain the strike throw offense, trying to get the just defend on the sequence, nothing doing. Johny trying to play a little bit of a tricky game here for pace disruption, but Tamago not fooled with the health advantage.
Woo! And the low confirm, not gonna be enough to kill. One more mix anyways. He's ready for the red blow. It's actually gonna get a whip punish. Okay, spending the level 1. He thought this is definitely winnable, so he's definitely gonna try to bring this back. Defense is gonna be super important here. Getting dangerously close to the overheat, and he just took it because he knew he was gonna have to press something. Now in overheat. The comeback is definitely looking possible here. He's looking for the jump in. Defense trying to get JDs, but he's not able to get it back. He's just trying to chip back as much damage as he can. Final few seconds. The life lead is in Tamago's favor, and the shurikens. Wow, what a comeback from Johny. All of them will spend him a level 1. What a read.
That was a tough sequence there for Tamago. Had a lot of opportunities right there, but didn't quite necessarily know how to navigate while in burnout because they were trying to challenge the heavy shurikens, but they were 3-hitting, couldn't quite get the 2 ways to get rid of them all, so they kept taking damage after damage. Got fed up with it, tried to jump in, and Johny was just ready to cut them off at the pass. So Johny doing a really good job down the stretch of playing against the burnout Hotaru, and now Johny doing a really good job on offense as well, getting these toe taps to hit. Not a lot of damage, but it's adding up just like it did in the last round.
Oh boy. Yada yada yada. Trying to find an opening here, and again, Johny, I think at this point he said might as well just go to 1 HP because that's the best times he makes these ginormous comebacks in. Tamago trying to seal fate now, but alas, not going to be able to happen. One more mix-up here. Gets a random wild punish on the wake-up. Has access to a level 2. Only going to spend level 1. Wants to conserve some meter just in case if he wins this round. Has some for the next one. Rev guard situation into the throw. Okay. And that's definitely a good call because now he's still got access to level 1 on this next round.
Get ready. Fight.
It's actually pretty crazy too because the first time that they went for that strike throw or the tick throw into command grab, Johny was ready for that and jumped. So Tamago not being deterred by that at all, just still being able to represent throw at the right times, shows you how well he's structuring the offense overall to keep Johny guessing in that aspect. And now we're getting a big chunk of damage here, putting them right back into the plus frame blender. Jumping on over, couldn't quite get the wild punish on the 2C, but gonna get the JD counter hit instead on the anti-air attempt from Johny trying to poke his way out.
Woo! Gotta do a little bit more poking to find it, but again, 1 HP is where he likes to live, on the knife's edge. Another comeback here. Oh, dude. Oh, it's okay. He just wake up DP. I think he definitely had to do that there because I think if you gave Johny another interaction, he would have definitely turned things around once again. From 1 HP, from what, 0 to hero is what he was looking for, but Tamago able to seal the deal that round. Finally, get a game on the board again. One more to close out the set, though. First to 3, whole way through.
There we go. Good bit of damage right here. Finally going to get the command grab to land. We're seeing Johny definitely not get caught with strike, so we're going for the throws. This time trying to backdash to get away from it, but we were able to confirm into an aerial hit, or an aerial combo off the aerial hit. Tamago heads up awareness, catching the backdash from Johny, trying to get away from the grab. Now Tamago really, really showing how both options being represented in that strike throw game are getting to Johny.
100%, you can fly, but guess what? I got wings too. I took my Red Bull, and I'm ready to fly, baby. Just like this level 2 as well. Just gonna spend it all just so, oh, he's actually gonna do level 1. Okay, not a bad call, because guess what? He's still got access to a throw. And that's gonna do it. Tamago taking the set in a 3-1 fashion. Johny was looking good for a moment, but Tamago was the one that was able to seal the deal and move on into losers semifinals. Falcon's brothers still alive in Thruster.
Yeah, Yeah, very curious as to how they didn't spend that. Keep the faith was my motto for all of 2024 because of Rock Howard and the slick jack that he's got on the back. But we're coming right up in front with the Farsi, the haymaker to start things off. Shadow X is making his presence known. But on the other side, Ken Masters and Schmoo really fiery, the master of karate himself. But Shadow X showing that he has all of the mastery in this game right now. Big rage run follow-up, and you gotta know if that first interaction's not gonna kill, he's looking for that command grab reset. Shinku Nage, the tail as old as time. The Dragon's Tail gonna win out round 1 of game 1.
Hey, did that before. This is a run back from the latter side of things. Shadow did take it in a 3-2 fashion. It went the distance, but at the same time, I think Schmoo is definitely trying to make that adaptation early on, and you definitely see it right now, because now it feels like he's in control. Spending the level 1 as well. Yep, Air Tatsu just looking for the kill. Not going to be able to kill quite yet, but 1 HP in a dream. Guard cancel. Oh no, not like this. Trying to bring it back. Falcons Bros. Trying to live up to the tail. Hey, blocks the Air Tatsu. Not able to get anything off of it though. It's okay. Red Blow here to save the day. Get back. I don't know you like that.
Final round. Get ready.
Yeah, otherwise ludicrous option on that Tatsu not getting punished, but we're gonna be able to work things out at the end of the day. Schmoo fighting back. Farsi doing the God's work right now, paying taxes, collecting them on time as well, making Schmoo pay for even wandering into that mid-range up against Shadow X, and this is going to be a hefty tax on the health bar of Ken Masters because of the hidden gear. Shadow X, big life advantage here.
Yeah, I don't know how he fails this to bring this round to a close. I mean, he's got such a ginormous life lead. I mean, he had 0% on the meter, but see how he deals with the Jinryu kicks. He's gonna get caught ducking, but again, the guard cancel. He's totally ready for it. That's the fear of trying to finish a lot of these strings that Ken Masters has. Because I mean, sure, they may put the plus frames back in Street Fighter, but around here, you're just asking to get interrupted.
Yes, sir. And Shadow X identifying the right time to challenge, getting that first game on the board as a result. That guard cancel hard edge between using it against the fireball, which we saw in the latter match between these two, really did a good job of being able to close space by using our defensive options in a very unconventional way, and then just doing it in the conventional way, challenging the pressure from Ken. I feel like doing a really good job utilizing that. But here we go. Schmoo, early advantage, being a lot more conservative with their offense and their neutral, how they're approaching it, because they knew that Shadow X from the gate was trying to get started, and now Schmoo doing a really good job forming that wall to get things started, to get that early advantage.
Okay, he's able to get the JD off the DP attempt from Schmoo, but he was in the air, so he's not able to land in time. Jumping over, no! Baited out, man, that empty dash into nothing. He's gonna put him into overheat. Both players in overheat, but right now Schmoo just barely has the life lead. Still doesn't wake up DP, but then again, even on blocks, not able to get anything big off of there. Dash up, he's gonna look for another throw mix, but he's gonna dash back himself, just try to find himself an opening. This is a great option for DP. The max range, Jinryu not gonna find it, but the knockdown is enough to get the kill right there. It definitely went a little dicey there. They both in overheat, but I think, yeah, Ken definitely has the advantage when in those no meter moments.
Yeah, I think Shadow X feeling like they were going to both retreat because of the overheat situation, but Schmoo doing a really good job to just stay grounded and then get the sweet punish after the fact. Oh, but we're not grounded. We're going to the air for the level 1, and Shadow X baiting that out beautifully. Don't quite know if it's going to be enough to kill. We are going into overheat. Hard edge not going to be enough. Looking for the Shinkanage once again, but we Tatsu on out of there. Schmoo giving himself a little bit more time, but it was only a matter of time before we cancel into the DP. Not quite ready with the rev guard, so the chip is going, or not quite ready to deal with that. So Shadow X gonna win out there.
Okay, final round here, game 2. I definitely feel like this is gonna go the distance again. These guys are going back and forth. Hey, you didn't want to see Hotaru and Hokutomaru. This is definitely one of the matches of all time. I love seeing these two duke it out on screen. Oh, gonna hit confirm as well. Big damage. He's gonna spend level 2. Yes, he is. Gonna give him the cooldown now. All right, big damage, big life lead now for Schmoo. How's he gonna try to close this out here?
Has all the resources to do it too. Still in that rev flow, but Level 1 confirmed, gonna work out right there. Classic KOF action. Oh, the JC gonna hit right here. I don't know what they were going for on Wake Up, but they got counter hit. Looking for the Shikunage once again, but still somehow too far away for the command grab to connect. Schmoo looking for a hit. Not gonna work out. Confirming off of the aerial fireball hit. Getting the run up into the DP break. Shadow X, the key conversion right there to win game 2. Amazing.
Dude, the air Reppuken full confirmed combo. This dude, Shadow, is unreal. This is what I love to see. That's exactly what you need to do. Yeah, you can't do the aerial confirms like I can. High counter off of the rev blow. Not gonna happen. Too slow for me, old man. This is my game. Go back to Street Fighter. Bing, bang, boom. Damage. To the corner that we go. Baits out the DP again, and now Shadow X is in the driver's seat. Full control, set point.
Man, oh man, oh man. Shadow X in full control and full mastery up against Ken Masters. The Rock Howard looking so poised and so clean, even in situations that seem dire. Right there, just moments like that, being able to get that aerial JD and be able to land with that JA into a full level 1 conversion. Huge for Shadow X. We talked about all of the little hits adding up and getting them both on them. Shadow X showcasing exactly that, but Schmoo now getting a big hit right there. Had another chance for a bigger one, but again, leaving stuff on the table where Shadow X isn't.
Oh, the air Reppuken again, able to beat it out. Again, set point here for Shadow, so he just needs his last round, and that's it. It's over. Ah, and he gets it, the cross-up situation. Again, the 9D, baby. Always something you got to worry about. It's such a good button, right? He has such good range. You can be able to confirm stuff off of it. It just makes it one of Rock's, like, one of the better moves. He has a...
But up against Psych and Billy Khan, who's well-trained with that character, it'll be very interesting. I thought we would see the Preecha, but Supergrenas in winners finals now, going back to the Joe.
You know, maybe it's the confidence thing. They did play earlier in the ladder format, and funny enough, you know who took that match? Yeah, so maybe he's just trying to save it for the potential grand final set. Maybe he's just like, you know what? I don't want to give him too much intel. I don't want to show him exactly how I want to play in his winners finals match. Maybe he's giving respect to his opponent. But right now, the only thing he's going to be respecting is the end of this game.
Khan slowly inching Joe into the corner. And yeah, you saw Joe try to use that Hurricane Upper. We talked about it in that set where they seemed kind of unsure about how they were going to use that, similar to how they were going to do, or how they have the game plan established with Preecha's Fireball. Up against Billy, who's able to build meter off of that Hurricane Upper by countering it with the twirl. It's going to be interesting to see what Supergrenas does to kind of counter that. Because right now, Psych seems like they feel really good, but they're not going to be feeling really good after that throw bait here. It's going to be a lot of damage if we can maximize it. Nah, not quite yet. Couldn't quite catch a backdash either, but Billy is still in overheat. Has access to 2 bars though, but the JC going to get DP'd.
All right, I'm liking the adjustments I'm seeing right now, but again, this is the Higashi Grenas. So I know when they played earlier, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, he definitely stuck it out with the Higashi because that was during ladder play. So, oh man, big damage. No more SPG now for Grenas, but hey. Looks like he's still in control here. He's definitely got the JD still in tech, and just like the throw tech as well. Get off me. Uh-oh. Get away from the corner, but he's still not getting away from Billy.
Oh, got the wild punish anti-air as well. Gonna cancel into the level 1. Not a lot of damage for the resource that you spent, but I mean, you get the hard knockdown, get Billy into the corner, give yourself a bit of a chance, but chance denied right here. The classic Billy sequence, keeping up the rep art sequence, and force Supergrenas into a final touch scenario. And now we're at final round of game 1. Good answer.
Good answer, good answer. No family feud here, but no, still feuding out right now. Final round. Oh, he's just gonna close the distance, man. Again, I like this complete shift in the pacing that Supergrenas does. He'll just play, you know, the full range distance out of nowhere. He'll just boom, spend some of his meter, get the dash in, go for a mix-up. He's actually gonna interrupt him. Wild punish out of the sky. It's gonna float, so it's gonna scale a little bit of that damage, but he's ready for the throw attempt. Oh, drops the combo. Big mistake from Psych right now. Definitely gonna spend the level 2 as well. put himself in the cooldown, and it might be enough to be able to close out the round. Joe Higashi!
Big knee to the chin and a big win in round 3 of game 1. Supergrenas getting the first game on the board for them. And yeah, I do like in that 3rd round that they opted for a lot more of an aggressive playstyle because we saw them go for the Hurricane upper to a sort of established neutral against Billy. Wasn't necessarily working out, and so they kind of went to the similar game plan that they had with Hotaru against Hotaru with Preecha, with just at round start, be a problem, be at your best effective range rather than waiting for your chance to do so. Just do it from the word go, because it's better to give yourself a chance rather than waiting to die against a character like Billy, who will gladly take that chance. And you're seeing that exact game plan work out in the form of a perfect. So much like Preecha on B port in the previous set, Supergrenas maximizing that aggressive strategy here to get things started.
Oh man, I don't think he's gonna slow down anytime soon, Zoma. This man is going balls to the walls offense right now. Still got access to a level 1 as well. It looks like he's gonna bait out the Rev Guard. You put it down just in the nick of time. He could have done it again, but he's going to bait out the button. He's going to jump over as well, but he's not able to get anything big off of it. Puts himself into burnout, but it does not matter because he's in a really comfortable position. And the Wild Punch again. You do this mini bunny hop. It's only going to be met with certain death. Perfect game again. 2 games up here for Supergrenas, trying to repeat fate before. They played each other in the ladder format. Supergrenas took it in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe wants to make it 3-0 this time.
Double perfect, a double dub right there for Supergrenas. That offensive play style. Now, interestingly enough, going back to that Hurricane upper to start things off. Going for the Red Blow this time. Wild Punish gonna work out for Psych. Now Joe's finding himself in the corner. This is where things went awry for Supergrenas and very favorable for Psych when they had them knocked down. Not necessarily when they resorted to that zoning game, but when they're able to get that rushdown game going with Billy. But Supergrenas being able to fight themselves out slowly but surely.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes the slow and steady wins the race. But not in this case. It's going to be Psych going balls to the walls offense. Let's go. Keep it going. SPG still on deck right now. Gonna bait it out. Swing that thing around. One more hit. Gonna bait out the knee. And able to close out that round. But hey, every journey begins with a single step. You know, I definitely seen more reverse sweeps than I can count. And, you know, this is getting to feel like one of them right now.
Once again, trying to go into the fireball well rather than just going into offense. I think maybe overthinking about the adjustments that Psych might be showing before they represent themselves happens a lot in fighting games when you go up 2-0. Playing not to lose rather than playing to win, but now we're turning up the burners here, get the Rev Blow, get a couple of straight hits, but Psych using all of the room that you're giving him to get the advantage going.
Let's go back to square one, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the SPG's still in territory for Psych right now. But he's in a really bad spot because he's only got a little bit of meter left, and it looks like he's going to spend the rest of it on an attempt of a level 1. The last going to be met with the loss. Level 1 as well, just to be able to continue. No, he's actually going to save it, just going to rush down. And now I see what you're talking about. He's definitely playing to win there. Rush down, saves it, has 2 bars of meter, and his potential set point for Supergrenas to move on into grand finals.
Yeah, and I think, as we get the big hit with the Rev Blow, let's keep up the aggression this time around. I think the aggression works out versus this Billy versus how other Billies will play, because Psych's not necessarily zoning to keep Joe out. He's zoning to be able to make Joe hold still so he can give himself a chance to be aggressive on offense. So if Supergrenas we get the chance, like, we can get going. But right now, Mike has a chance to do exactly what I've been alluding to. Get the guard crush. Oh no!
Ah! Oh my gosh, I thought it was over. I thought it was over like 3 times. I spoke too soon. Oh my god. Trying to fight back. He still had access to level 2. He's had 2 bars of meter this entire time. Is he actually going to use it at any point in time? Finally using it. No, he missed! Oh. What? That's why he didn't use it. Oh, he caught him. No. JD just make a time. Jumping over. Not able to get the punish again. Oh, put it up and overheat. And he had to press to try to get out of that situation. Didn't want to get guard crush. Crouching spam for celebratory fashion, a 3-0 victory for Supergrenas. He got really dicey there towards the end, but alas, he was able to regain.
Going to be Tamago. It's going to be Shadow X. It's going to be Psych. But the first thing that we got to do, play the Luther semi between Tamago and Shadow X. Hotaru versus Rock Howard, and Tamago and the Hotaru drawing first blood here with the aerial rev blow.
I want Team Falcons to win. Oh, I see what the problem is here. Does not matter. Ooh, trying to go for a command throw, but hey, I got one of those too, bad boy. Ain't gonna work on me. Tamago, comfortable life lead, has a bar meter, think he's trying to bait out a DP. Not gonna find it quite yet, but yeah, he's just gonna be jumping for joy. This is a great start. Put himself in the corner. Allow double Rebuken into the Raging Storm. Big damage. Get up. Oh, the low! Not gonna kill. Double Rebuken again for the damage. It does kill. Holy mackerel. What a comeback, Shadow. He's locked and loaded. You tell these guys have played each other before. That mix-up game was definitely on cue. They've played each other so many times that you do this layer 1 option is not gonna work. We gotta go 3 layers deep.
Yeah, you even saw when they tried to go for that Shinkunage reset that we saw Shadow X do so many times. Tamago jumped out of the way. So Shadow X already on that next layer versus Tamago. But they were trying to get to that next phase by doing a hyper defense on the end of the special from Hotaru, but just kind of missing out there, getting hit by that last part. Oh, a little bit too far away to get an extension on that counter hit with the 2A. So Tamago gets a second chance at life here, especially with Shadow X being at overheat.
Yeah, the dash in Moon Slicer, dude, it's so good. He naturally crosses up, so all you gotta do is throw it out and hope for the best. You see it, and you can confirm it every single time. Raging Storm! Just randomly doing. I told you, that's the layer you gotta play with somebody you've been playing so often. People that are comfortable with your playstyle. You gotta do crazy stuff like that. That's the stuff that works better than if you try to play too solid, because they know your tendencies. They know what you like to press.
Yeah, and with Shadow X being a veteran of SNK titles and, you know, seeing how he plays, he's very easily able to shift into a little bit more of an unorthodox, unconventional playstyle while still remaining technically sound with the character because of the mastery that he has. So Tamago, who likes to play a little bit more straight up, versus somebody like Shadow X, who can still get a little bit more wild, get a little bit more creative, can be a little bit of a difficult player matchup for Tamago, especially in situations like that. And now they have their back to the corner, but good jump out into the empty jump low.
Okay. Oh, trying to go for a cross-up himself. But this time Shadow is ready for the defense. That's why Rev Guard is such a good thing, and, you know, it helps, you know, avoid those natural cross-up situations. Waking up Raging Storm again. Oh, trying to go for the command throw. Not going to be able to find it, though. Got to be careful from that reflex. I'm surprised the EX version didn't come out right there. JD's just making time. The feint, the catch out. Oh, he's got to do it one more time. He baits it out with the hop. Yeah, he's totally ready for it. Man, Tamago had that. I'm surprised he didn't try to do an EX version of the fireball. He wouldn't have put himself into overheat, and it would have been a great way to try to close out that round.
Yeah, I think also it's just because they showed that they had capability in JDing it, but Tamago being a little bit gun-shy now because Shadow X showing more comfortability in this matchup, both player-wise and character-wise. But Tamago now fighting back, cannot be afraid. But we were afraid that the command grab was going to come out, and we go into the backdash wild punish accordingly. Shadow X, my God, what can you say about what he's doing so far in this set, other than demolishing to this point 2-0 lead?
Yeah, 2-0 lead over his teammate. I know right now Tamago's getting some PTSD. Every single time he hears the Raging Storm, it just gives him nightmares. Because now they're just running. Again, there's so many situations where if he just waits it out one more millisecond, one more frame even, it would have been able to help get that punish and turn the match around entirely. But he's got to keep it going. Yeah, it's never over till it's over. This is a great start here, putting himself in the corner. Doesn't have access to a meter yet, so he can't just random wake up Raging Storm quite yet, but he's just about there. Oh boy, counter, counter, counter! Dude, what is going on?
Plus 8 frames, man. Plus frames on plus frames, but we DP on out of there, man. That was some good offense. That's some classic strike throw right there. Trying to get the skill. There we go again. There we go again. Just keep the +3 going and just make them fidget a little bit, but Shadow X finding the right time to challenge.
This is my FatalFury right here. Buttons on buttons on buttons. I didn't pay $70 to block, son. Big damage to the wall. Going for the feint. Just trying to see if he can make some flinch, and he does. And now you're met with a wild punish into the instant command throw. Now set point here for Shadow X to move on to that loser's finals. Tamago still had an opportunity, but he's got to dig deep right now if he wants to try to bring this back.
Bro, the Rage Run follow-ups from Rock feel like a friggin' shotgun now when they hit. And that Shikunage felt like it just deleted so much of Hotaru's health bar. But right now, we're deleting enough health bar to put Rock out of SPG. That being said, we can still have the wits about it to cancel into the level 1. Oh, that wasn't a safe jump. Interesting. So we were able to get the DP there. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that gonna kill? I think it's too much scaling, right?
No, that might
find
kill.
out. Damage!
Yeah.
All right. Still alive. Still alive. I'm telling you, don't count Tamago out. It may be Halloween soon, but there's no tricks here. It's all offense, all action. Coming at you.
I was once told by somebody that I will not name that Hotaru was a low damage character.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm sure they're in a mental facility somewhere.
No, but we are in a good way here with the backdash out of the Shikunage attempt. Once again, Tamago showing that they're so good at knowing when that command grab is coming out, because that's one popular option for Shadow X. We get our own command grab right there. After Weave has been flirting with just repeated close A's, finally getting Rock to sit down was huge right there to be able to set that up with a guard cancel 0 frame into the Raging Storm.
All right. I got those 0 frames on deck, son. Don't test my patience. I know it. Oh, he's actually going to interrupt anyways. He's got to try to find... Shadow really needs to find a way this win. Air throw. He's ready for an instant fireball follow-up. And again, it wasn't even the extra. It was just a raw, regular fireball. Tamago. One more round here to bring this all the way back. And again, it was all after, Shadow was about to be comfortably closing out the set. 3-0 victory. But I'm telling you, at this point... if Tamago brings us back, I might have to go to Looney Bin, because every single game these guys play, it goes the distance.
JC, 2+ for your own good. The normal throw not going to work out after the block stun here, so Tamago gets to fight back with the punish. Looking for the neutral jump, JC. Oh, nice guard cancel on the Rage Run low follow-up. Didn't quite get the most damage out of here, but you're going to get even more here because of the scaling not being as much of a factor. At the level 1 that we need here, could have gone into level 2, but just trusted in the level 1 to kill. Tamago indeed going to put my co-commentator into the Looney Bin, because game 5, here we go.
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind here, Zoma. They're just going bar for bar. Just when you think they're out of it, they bring it all the way back, and he's going to go underneath the evasiveness. Goes underneath the air Repukins. Not gonna happen tonight. Oh my gosh. I want my man Rock to win, but it's so difficult. He's dealing with the big powerhouse of Tamago. This is a great option. Gonna extend off of it. Not gonna have quite to the Raging Storm quite yet, but it looks like he's gonna find it sometime soon.
Level 1 though, gonna get the knockdown here. Safe jump as well. Trying to get a guard cancel option baited out here. Either that or just missing on the jump in. Either way, Tamago still being able to retreat away from a Rock at a health disadvantage, and then be able to snuff out the far jump in from Rock. We saw that with the air throw, and now we've seen it with the anti-air heavy DP. Tamago being able to cut off Shadow X when they feel like the urgency has set in to Rock, having to jump in there.
Oh man, bringing it all the way back from the brink of defeat to now sitting comfortably in the a potential spot to move into losers finals. One more round will do it, but Shadow gotta dig in his bag of tricks, man. He's gotta find an opening once again. The Mexican powerhouse is battling it out here on your screen, guys. Oh, he's gonna float him out of the sky. Float conversion. I think he's gonna spend a level 1. Yep, gonna do it for the damage. Put himself into a guessing game situation. Oh, but guess this! Raging Storm! Oh, it's
Way! That would have been it! That would have been the next round! That is so unfortunate, but now you're in overheat as a result. But we run up to a Shades of KOF 15. Just gonna cut off Hotaru from doing anything, getting in that close A range up against the character in overheat, because I feel like Tamago would have definitely gone there to get a guard crush sequence. So Shadow X being able to stop that preemptively with the crouching light was huge. So now Tamago gonna be able to get something started here. Now retreating away, maybe baiting out a full jump on Shadow X again to get a bulk of damage on the anti-air DP.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great position for Tamago. No more SPG now for Shadow. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. He's got access to 2 bars a meter, because thankfully he dropped that combo, still was able to seal the deal in that round. Oh, trying to go with the fireball, but he did the fast version. That's what I was talking about. He's been doing the slow version the entire set, just in time. Power to the wall. Oh, gonna reversal with the... Careful. Oh my gosh, Air Reppuken just following it, chasing it in. Wild Punish. Is that gonna be enough to do it? Command Throw just to seal the deal. Moon Slicer finish. And Shadow stops the bleeding at the perfect time. No reverse sweeps tonight. I was about to lose my mind, Soma, but somehow Shadow dug deep and sealed the deal. Moves on into losers finals.
The most immaculate. I don't even know if that was.
I love it, man. I always get a little concerned when I see the slowdown on my PC, but when I see that, it means it's go time, it means it's action time. Let's go, baby. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Rock Howard and Billy Kane on your screen. If you didn't like that, you better swipe left right now. This is about to be some crazy action, and we're already starting off hot. No more SPG now for Shadow. Hey, but this is where I feel like he kind of wakes up, dude. He like, you know what? Fine, I don't need SPG. Never needed it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't feel like the way that most characters like to use Rev Flow against Billy, Rock's Rev Flow works out that way, unless they're trying to counteract Rev Flow defensively from Billy or an air Rev Flow. They stop an anti-air attempt, but the way that Rock's doesn't really advance, like, you know, a Preecha or a Hotaru, not necessarily going to work through a lot of the long-reaching options that Billy has. But if you're going to walk into the effective range of Rock Howard, Shadow X is going to welcome that, because the challenge right there into the Shingunage reversal is usually what you need here to get started. But the delayed jump to beat the throw. Psych was ready.
You see, he did a little stutter. He did a Rev Guard just to wake up and then delayed that jump. He knew exactly when he was going to try to get a little too greedy and try to close out that round. But that's what I was saying. That's the make or break situations that a lot of these players kind of thrive in, especially Psych. He just loves to live on those one guess moments. You see right there, just trying to do it again. Rev Guard on a little hesitation, try to bait him out, but alas, not going to bait out anything except death right here. Reppuken into the Raging Storm. Gonna go for another mix-up. Oh, he baits it out this time. He's looking for the anti-air, but right now it feels like Shadow in control. Ah, not gonna happen on my watch. Final round, game one.
Yeah, I think Shadow now has a pulse on what Psych is trying to do defensively. You were talking about how they're using that delayed jump after the Rev Guard. Immediate Rev Guard will get stuffed by immediate throw, but they're trying to get a little bit of a delay timing to throw off Shadow X in terms of how they want to structure their offense. So Shadow X doing a really good job stuffing that out there. So see how that develops as the set rolls on.
Reppuken, oh, he caught them both. Unfortunate, but you can see right there, guard cancel. Luckily, he's able to get that trade off in time. Avoid serious damage, because I think one more like hit confirm, and I think Psych is kind of worried that he's going to lose access to his SPG. Uh-oh, but now an overheat may not be the case. Now I would say immediate level 1's not going to be enough here. It's going to help kind of reduce some of that overheat bar right now. And Psych dangerously close to getting overheat as well, but it looks like he got caught jumping in. Yes, sir. Level 2, that's going to be game number 1. Set in stone.
Yeah, you cannot throw a pitch to Otani. We've seen the World Series right there, and Psych was ready to just wind up at the bat and send it out of the park with the anti-air hidden gear. Psych getting the first game with a very good reactionary super there.
Oh, Zoma, man, you are killing it tonight, dude. You are on fire.
Thank you.
Dude, I was sick. I'm not gonna lie. Air Reppuken just to get us the range close. Dude, Air Reppuken's so good. It's such a great approach tool, just because it has like homing too, so it tracks in on the opponent, so you don't have to worry about it whipping at a certain range. You see right here, you're not gonna have to worry about it anyways. When you got the Raging Storm locked and loaded. Overheat's not gonna matter to me when I know my opponent's gonna die.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that air Reppuken is so good. As a Johny player, that move gives me fits and a half, because it very much does shut down the approach angle, and it creates space and can bait your opponent into trying to take that space, so you can kind of swing at them as they're trying to come in. So Shadow X doing a really good job utilizing all of the ways that it can really benefit them in this matchup right there. And here we go. We are going to get into a really good spot right there. Trying to go for a delayed throw, was ready for it on the other end, and now Shadow X still going to be able to hit them with the counter hit close C. This could be it. Nah, one more pixel.
Pixel in a dream. Yeah, at that point, it was a checkmate situation. He was 1 HP. And at that point, he just threw out a double Reppuken just to scare him into pressing, and that's all she wrote for game number 2. 1-1.
The answer right back. Shadow X doing a really good job of turning up mass in and neutral, finding the right time to get those jump ins. So here we go. Psych now sensing that exact game plan. Round start with the anti-air special, being able to snipe rock out of the skies. Couldn't quite get the full JD because it was the EX version, multi-hits. So that was a big chunk of damage, but here we go. Now being able to get the Wad Punish JC into the Shinkunage, and the reversal of the position off of the command grab has been huge for Shadow X in terms of getting the advantage to get the strike throw started.
Yep, Raging Storm, take away SPG now, good call. And he's actually gonna go for the overhead this time. He's been doing the Rev Guard on Wake Up so many times that he thought he was gonna wake up and duck, but alas, met with the axe kick. Closing the distance, the trade out of the sky. He can get one more trade, that'll definitely be in his favor. But the trade again! No, it actually wasn't a trade. The air Rapukin just made it look like the explosion happened so far in his face, but he must have been wearing PhD flopper because that explosion does not affect him.
That's pretty good. Oh man, just as good as that air Rapukin. We were talking about how good that move is, and it was just winning outright in that air-to-air situation against the character in Billy that dominates in that aspect of the game. That JA, the JC, and the aerial red blow. Like there's so many different ways that he can shut that down. Air Rapukin, the retreating Rock Howard being able to trump there in that exact interaction.
A lot of small pokes happening right now. Psych's got access to SPG, so I guess smell an air rev low coming here in just any moment, but may not even need to use it. One more interaction gonna bait out the DP. Oh, he baits out the Raging Storm. Oh no, he actually didn't block there. I thought that was definitely a read. Command throw, and he's gonna have enough meter just to be able to build access to a level 1. And the Raging Storm right back at you. Not enough to kill.
But you gave him space to set out the level 1 super, but that gave Psych a chance to get the guard crush thing, or the guard crush scenario going. So the sequence was gonna put Shadow X into guard crush, so he had to take a hit, but there was no way for him to get out of there because he was in overheat. No hyper defense, no just defend. That was basically, you know, you bet on the bait on the super, but Psych using that to his advantage and saying, you're going to give me the space, I'll take it, but I'm going to take this damage off of the board right here. The JC, once again, Wild Punish.
That was crazy work. Big damage again, not going to spend the level 1. He spent it all last time because he thought he was going to need enough to kill. Double air Rapukin, not able to get the confirmed alpha this time, just a little too far, but in another overheat situation, this is where he likes to live, on the dagger's edge. And this dagger is going to go straight to your heart as he secures game number 3. 2-1 victory, or 2-1 lead right now. One step closer to victory.
There cannot be another rock that's as consistent with these light kick super confirms as Shadow X. It feels like off of every single chance that he gets, if he gets 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits, it goes into something that is very meaningful. So Shadow X, once again, showing that he's maximizing every interaction that he can win when he gets in on Billy Khan. Air Rapukin working out once again, not in position to get the DP break, but still getting the hard knockdown on the special. Huge.
Boy, trying to march him down again. And that string, man, is so annoying because it does so much, like, not chip damage, but, you know, it builds up to your rev meter so high off of one little vortex. So you have to be really aware of your defense, making sure you're rev guarding at the right times, and even just trying to get the JDs, because there's a lot of hits to it, but not going to matter because there's a lot of hits to this combo, and that combo will kill. Set point now for Shadow X.
Yeah, the JC sensing the rev guard after the jump in. Shinkunage still in position to find its mark. Even from that far away off of the pushback of the rev guard, Shadow X doing a really good job knowing that Cycle was trying to hold down back and push Rock out, but still being able to get the command grab. But here we go. 2B range is from anywhere on screen on Billy Khan, getting the range to work out to confirm into the level 1, and then into the Rekka Ender. Looking for the Shinkunage once again off of the block stun. But the hard is gonna hit, and we're gonna be able to 1 under to get the side switch.
You saw that was a deep dash because he wanted the wall corner combo, so he did a deep dash in. Wake up DP, first time we've seen that in a while, but it does not matter what buttons you press. I'm gonna press them right back. Psych still has an opportunity to bring this to a final game, but alas, Shadow still on set point, 2 bars of meter to work with. But I mean, at this point, Zoma, I wouldn't have it any other way with you, my man. I think we're gonna go the distance the way Psych's starting off this round.
Really appreciate it. Definitely the miles are starting to add up between these two, but it feels like they can run for 100 more. Now getting the JC to hit, but couldn't quite get anything off of it. Not a ton of hit stun to work with there, so we're right back to square one in terms of the neutral. Zach doing a really good job. These JCs, these dash up 2Bs, just being able to stop Shadow X from getting anything, any space against Billy.
Dude, look at that range. It keeps clapping him. Dude, they did it like 7 times in a row. The range on that move is insane. It just feels like Shadow's not able to get any way in. Every single time he tries to throw a Rapuki, he's only met with the blunt end of the stick. And right now, he's going to meet a lot more of it because he's going to try to attempt a DP. Not able to even use any bit of his meter. And of course, we're going to go to a final game. Because why not? It's only midnight out here, right? We're still cruising.
Hey, man. I'll tell you what, we were talking about 100 miles and running to this point in the set. It's going to be a little bit of Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 miles at this point, because we got game of 5 once again in the losers finals to see who will make it to fight Supergrenas in a grands between these two. Shadow X had the early advantage with Psych making it up right here in game 4 and looking to close it out in game 5. Big hit, big opportunity here with SPG off the table for Shadow X.
Yeah, and Psych, I think, is definitely pulling the lyrics of it too. He said, I miss you and I need you. And right now, he's going to be dancing to the tune, to the piano, the symphony of the Billy kind. Oh, the orchestra. Oh, he drops the last bit of the combo. Hopefully it's not a crucial drop. He's still got a massive life lead, but all I need is a chance, Shadow says. And this chance might be met with a storm. Half your life. Looking for the other half. Jump back, JD. And he's going to get caught by a button. And the buzzer beater for Psych to catch him off guard. Now on set point to eliminate Shadow X and move on into grand finals. I want the run back. Give me a chance.
Once again, the bait at the end of that hard knockdown has been to Shadow X's demise, has been looking for a reversal option for Psych, but Psych not giving it to them, meeting them up in the air rather than falling for a throw bait, a super bait, a red blow bait, anything. Like, Psych is just remaining disciplined defensively, and Shadow X has not quite adjusted yet, but we'll see if Psych is going to keep running that gamut or if he's just going to set them up for a big hit later on.
Uh-oh, speaking of big hits, you see right there? 6A, he's like, oh no! He tried to do the extendo reach again. Gonna pay for it big time. Immediate level 1, double Rapukin, air rev blow. Doesn't have access SPG, so I'm surprised he didn't try to go for high counter, but again, it's in the moment. Hindsight, 2020. Big whip again, gonna close the distance, the vortex again. Oh, the jump back, but he's looking for more opportunities. He just needs one to go into level 2, and then I will surely be able to close out the round. But now an overheat may not be as easy.
Has that rev gauge, but cannot use it. All gonna be able to confirm into the heavy hard edge. Oh, the toe tap on the approach was looking for that dash up 2B. Shadow X gonna throw out their own crouching light kick instead and cut them off and route into the level 1. So final game, final round is now on a tap.
Zoma once again, he's ready. He's locked and loaded. Oh man, I think that's the heavy dashing. He was trying to bait out level 1, but still not gonna bite. But look at that range. Gotta be able to close out this round here. No SPG though. Now he's gotta do it the old-fashioned way. He hasn't used it once before, so he's gotta be able to do it again without it. Commentators still on the table, and he's gonna be able to close the distance into a level 1 as well. Big damage!
Knockdown is gonna be crucial right here. The break on the pogo. Oh, but we go into the Shigunage. Now Billy in the corner has access to Rev Blow, but doesn't have the super. Very important right here. So Shadow X doesn't necessarily have to look out for that because that bait has been killing him this whole time. Trying to go for a Strecto setup. Gets pushed up to the Rev Guard. Counter hit on the far D. Oh, but the Trip Guard 2B able to confirm into a 3-hit combo. Psych at the end of the day doesn't even need the super. The tried and true crouching light kick is all that Billy needs to secure the game of 5 win.
He can keep that applied here as he's got a battle back from the loser side of grand finals. Supergrenas needs one more set and he'll be ParagOnline champion once again.
Psych not looking to make it easier. The boss's tower is on fire. The flames burn bright for competition. Grand finals between these two. Supergrenas on the Joe rather than the Preecha this time around, relying on that winner's life, but just feels equally confident with the character that got the 3-0 victory prior, and now looking to do the same thing right here. Really good job. Very similar to what we saw in the first set between these two. That wild punishment with the high evade has been so good, but Psych waking up with the level 1 this time, saying nothing to that. I need to give myself a chance.
Oh man, you know, Zoma, I know we talked a lot about you being upset about losing to somebody 2 times in a tournament, but how about 3 times? That would really suck.
Psych trying to make sure that doesn't happen though, but right now Supergrenas just saying I'll be much obliged to make fate go how it may. And now we have a chance to go into the hidden gear super. We're in overheat. We want to cool down now. Absolutely get a bunch of damage as well and potentially take Psych out of SPG range so they can't use rep flow.
I think so, right? No, not quite.
Just
still a pixel. Well, not quite pixel, but still like decent chunk. Oh, you know damn well he's about to try to use that right here now. Oh, gonna dash in quite yet? No, he's actually gonna play the distance game. Oh, never mind. He's gonna close it down with some more vortex. The Typhoon of the King. Oh, unfortunate. Gonna get caught by that. Access to the combo, the full extension, and game number 1 going to Grenas. Trying to repeat fate. It was a 3-0 victory for Grenas in that winner's finals against Psych, but you know it looked a lot better than the way the last time that they played.
Yeah, it just seems like Supergrenas has the number, especially with the Joe. Psych feels like they don't necessarily know how or find a way. If Supergrenas does the strategy that has taken him to this point where he just decides, you know what, I'm going to be a problem from the word go. I'm not going to sit back and try to play that Hurricane upper game and go into immediate strike throw Muay Thai offense, then yeah, then I go the distance with them. Psych hasn't found a way to quite counter that yet. It feels like they just seem so uncomfortable when Supergrenas has his foot on the gas.
Right, he's already beat him twice today. I mean, not alone all the time they played in the past, but he's already beat him twice today just playing that style of offense. Why change it? Keep going back to the, keep milking that same cow. It's going to give you the sweetest milk. It's always going to be one I'm going to go to every single game. And another round here for Supergrenas, and despite them both being overheat, again, total control right now for Grenas. You can see right now, nothing's changing. Good, except drop combos. That's the only thing that's going to change, but it's not going to matter. He's going to be able to have another opportunity to combo once again. Not going to level 1 and he's going to dash in though. Overhead, not going to catch him, but he is going to catch him pressing. Wake up level 1. Now see, we talked about never seen a single time in that last match, and now immediately after game number 2, already using the wake up super.
Yeah, Hotaru too. Supergrenas is gonna be like, you know what? I'll take this. I'll take this extra damage as well. Also missing the DP punish. You can't JD this because you're in overheat, so this is going to hurt. You're in guard crush. Can Billy get over there in time? Yes, he can. The far C going to find its mark, and we don't have a super. Don't need it though. Gonna be able to get the special to kill regardless of the meter situation. Now, Psych showing some signs of life.
Yeah, you doubted Billy being able to outrange and meet him in the guard crush? That's bad, hilarious, bro.
I've never seen this game before. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Oh, man, but you see Grenas, he said, I don't care about the range. I'm just going to dash in. I'm comfortable fighting up close. 2 sticks of butter here for Grenas, so level 2, or I mean, a potential level 3 still on the table, technically with SPG in range, but looks like Psych is going to try to fight him out of it. Now, all you can get is a measly level 2. But hopefully, not going to give an opportunity. JDs and guard cancels at the perfect time. Yeah, a lot of rev guard coming out here from Psych. Definitely, I like seeing that from players.
Whip onto the jump in because we go into the throw. Looking for the throw bait once again. This time Psych not reaching, so there's no teaching to be had by the Muay Thai professor. Billy putting them into the corner, but we get the jump out on the other end. Gonna go into the level 1. Not a ton of damage, but still gonna put them out of SPG. And what is gonna close it other than the wild punish anti-air? I would say, but there's still a little bit of health left. Rev guard, but we got hit. Again, a swift kick right to the side. And Supergrenas 1 game away from taking it with Joe.
And you know what's one of those things with Muay Thai fighters, bro? Same thing. They're looking for the kick right along the temple. You know what that's called? It's called the butt. And, standing D for Joe is definitely the button. So definitely something you got to look out for as well. But again, the irony does not end here because now Psych actually going to cross himself up accidentally and then getting hit with the jump over. Now wild punish now for Supergrenas. Has access SPG still, but not for long. Yep, it is gone now.
Like trying to give himself space to recuperate, now give himself the space to anti-air proper. But now we DP right back. Supergrenas just playing with house money, has the winner's life, has the 2-0 set count lead. You can definitely feel the confidence emanating from how he's playing. A lot more assertive, a lot more aggressive, but Psych doing a really good job here challenging after the Rev Guard pushback, still in range of 2v, but was looking for a throw bait. Supergrenas not quite going and gonna get the 5C on the other side. Tournament point.
Yeah, again, he crossed himself up. He was looking for a throw bait, but again, it's just, I love the way Supergrenas is playing right now because he's forcing Psych to kind of play more offense, forcing him to kind of play up and fight with him because we didn't see any of that stuff back in that losers finals. All of a sudden now it seems like he's fighting on desperation. But here we go. And yeah, look at it. Khalil already told us too, these guys fight each other in the other tournaments, so he's tired. He's getting frustrated fighting this guy every single time. Double overhead. He's gonna keep pogo sticking on his head. Go ahead and stay ducky. I'm gonna flatten that top one way or another.
Looking for the throw, got the back dash, but couldn't quite get a punish after the fact. So Supergrenas able to fight back right here. Level 1 gonna put them in SPG. However, got to be very careful about that rev blow. That's the only thing that they can go into. No super on the part of Psych. So now they're going to be able to run up into throw. Oh, just a little slim portion of SPG left, but the wild punish on the kick again.
He was waiting for the third throw, and there it is. There was 2 throws. The third one was coming, but you just delayed it. Just a moment longer is all he needed. And another repeat victory right now for Supergrenas. Took it 3-0 in winners finals, takes it 3-0 in grand